seen the jet take out, they up to something. Them boys just not bluffing, them boys just not bluffing. Jumpin', them boys up to something. She was trying to join the team, I told her, wait. Chicken wings and fries, we don't go on dates. No boo. I just throw the private dinner in LA. Trapping is a hobby, that's the way for me. Money coming fast, we never getting slow. I just had to buy another set. Bentley Spurs and Phantom Jordan fade away.
Yeah, jumpin', I don't need no introduction. Jumpin', Metro boomin' on production, wow. 100 cousins out in Memphis, they so country, wow. Tell her stay the night, valet your car, come fuck me now. Jumpin', live on TNT, I'm flexin', ooh. Jumpin', they gave me my own collection, ooh. Jump when I say jump, girl, can you take direction, ooh. Mutombo with the bitches, you keep getting rejected, ooh.
Heard they came through Magic City on a Monday. Heard they had the club wild, it was star-studded. A bunch of girls going wild when your chain flooded. And I had them like, wow, cup dirty. Dope man. Money on the counter, choppers on the floor. I just caught that tempo, DJ Mustard, whoa. Way too much codeine and out of road. We just count up big racks, whoa. I know I'ma get my bitch back, whoa. I count all these racks that they have on me now, I'ma have you like, whoa. Chanel number 9, Chanel number 5, but you got them both.
Jumpin', them boys up to something. They just smell like two.
First I got married to money, then I fell in love with that dirty. First I got married to money, then I fell in love with that dirty. It's the new. The clip got a hole like a 30. I got my clique and they rebels in this, like a nigga wearing jerseys, I get love wearing jersey. Crime rates going crazy, cause my young niggas so thirsty. Couple commas made a purchase, caught the wave, I ain't surfing. You do what you want when you pop it, yeah. You do what you want when you pop it. You do what you want when you cop it. You do what you want when you got it, yeah. You do what you want when you pop it. You do what you want when you got it, huh? I be on sir, they know it, huh? Stack on some money, then blow it, huh? I do what I want and I spaz. Take the styrofoam, put the syrup up. It's a dress code, but ain't for us. Do what you want when you pop it, don't fold up. When I'm feeling the stress and I pull up. Ripping the set like a soldier. How about a Benz when I roll up? I'm in the splurging on purpose. You lame niggas making me nervous. And keep me a banger like bird. Sip out my cup and it's dirty. First I got married to money, then I fell in love with that dirty. First I got married to money, then I fell in love with that dirty. It's the new. The clip got a hole like a 30. I got my clique and they rebels in this, like a nigga wearing jerseys, I get love wearing jersey. Crime rates going crazy, cause my young niggas so thirsty. Couple combos made a purchase, caught the wave, I ain't surfing. You do what you want when you pop it, yeah. You do what you want when you pop it. You do what you want when you cop it. You do what you want when you got it, yeah. You do what you want when you pop it. You do what you want when you got it, huh? I like the smell of that money when it burn. Bitch, you know a nigga poppin' when you turn. I make some more money, it's got me delirious. When you gang in the chain gang, shit serious. I gotta maintain, I'm superior, nigga. I rep the same gang on the count of nigga. We fill up 2 planes on the count of these riches. I fuck up some loose change on the count of these bitches. I be on sir, they know it, huh? Stack on some money, then blow it, huh? I do what I want and I spaz. Take the styrofoam, put the syrup up. It's a dress code, but ain't for us. First I got married to money, then I fell in love with that dirty. First I got married to money, then I fell in love with that dirty. It's the new. The clip got a hole like a 30. I got my clique and they rebels in this, like a nigga wearing jerseys, I get love wearing jersey. Crime rates going crazy, cause my young niggas so thirsty. Couple combos made a purchase, caught the wave, I ain't surfing. You do what you want when you pop it. I'm at the stage of my life where I feel like I can conquer anything and everything. Sipping on Dom Perignon for no reason. Popping tags up a echelon for no reason. Seen this bad little John, she was perfect. I let her push the foreign right now, is she worth it?
Ballin' in the middle of the club, no jersey.
I don't want no liquor cause I've been drinking that dirty. Bring that ace by the case, my niggas with me. Bring some ice for my cup, my drink with me.
Diamonds on me dancing. Diamonds on me dancing. Diamonds on me dancing. Diamonds on me dancing. And you know what I need from you when I get home. You better not be on the phone, talking up a storm like you usually do. Talking to your friends like you usually do. Telling them I never spend time with you. It's hard to find a time we've been
sipping on Dom Perignon for no reason. Popping tags up a echelon for no reason. Seen this bad little John, she was perfect. I let her push the foreign right now, is she worth it?
Ballin' in the middle of the club, no jersey.
I don't want no liquor cause I've been drinking that dirty. Bring that ace by the case, my niggas with me. Bring some ice for my cup, my drink with me.
Diamonds on me dancing. Diamonds on me dancing. Diamonds on me dancing. Diamonds on me dancing.
I'm familiar with this cash flow, and if you took it, you can vouch for me. I did it my way, you can vouch for me. I put the cocaine in the powder and the couch on me. Whenever I step outside the house, I get the Glocky on me. Bad bitches wanna come by the paparazzi on me. I got so many bad bitches that I barely wanna. I'm barely paying attention, baby, I need substance. I know you spent some time putting on your makeup and your outfit, but
diamonds on me dancing. Diamonds on me dancing. Diamonds on me dancing. Diamonds on me dancing.
You doing me dirty. You doing me dirty. Doing me dirty. You doing me dirty. You know. Yeah, dirty. How we let it get like this? I don't know.
Got a little bit of money filling my pockets. Roll around like I run and shit. I got a system filled up with toxins. I've been broken hearted, now it's fuck that bitch. Getting how to deal with my problems. Fucking bitches getting drunk and shit, but these bitches getting obnoxious. It ain't nothing to me though, I love this shit. Go long days, longer nights. Talk too much, the wrong advice. All the lights that call my life. Doctor, will you help me? Get me healthy, keep it low, that's where hell be. Ain't shit you can tell me now. Fuck this rap shit, but I'm selling out. Ooh shit, my new bitch, you jealous now. Smoking weed at the crib, watching Belly now. All the pain that they causing, like fuck it, we ballin' out, everything straight. You feelin' the feeling, I'm chillin', just living, I'm getting away. Conversations we having, I'm getting through static, too much on my plate. Lord, I need me a break. But I'll be good by the weekend. Yeah, I'll be good by the weekend. Yeah, everything good by the weekend. Yeah, everything will be good by the weekend. By the weekend. We going out tonight, yeah, we going out tonight. Like fuck it, we going out tonight, yeah, we going out tonight. Fuck it, we going out tonight, yeah, we going out tonight. It's a weekend, we going out tonight, yeah, we going out I've been having trouble sleeping, battling these demons, wondering what's the thing that keeps me breathing. Is it money, fame, or neither? I've been thinking about the places that I frequent, all the people that I see. I'm tired of living decent. What do it mean to be a G? Yeah, and all the time we fall behind. Bitches in the concubine, I call her mine. Crazy, and God is I make water, wine, pause, and time is coming. They often hate me. Never will I walk in line, I cross the T's and dot the I's. Wondering how I got this high. Fell asleep and forgot to die, goddamn. I'm popping them downers and drinking them pounders. Faded, get it over the counter. I'm stuck on the browser like how did I make it? This bitch that don't know me, this shit is so lonely until she get naked. Don't even know what the day is, but I'll be good by the weekend. Yeah, I'll be good by the weekend. Yeah, everything good by the weekend. Yeah, everything will be good by the weekend. By the weekend.
Mondays I think of you, but I ain't tripping on it. Tuesdays I'm hitting. Gotta get my hands up on ya. Wednesdays I'm lit with you. You know you're staying over. Thursdays I'm sick of you. I got to get rid of you. 'Cause Fridays are always the start of the time of my life. Alright, when I get faded, you hate it, but baby, it's gonna be alright. Alright.
Driving in my car Sunday afternoon, chillin' out, killing my shit. I didn't get Made a promise to my mama that I'll bless her with some grandkids. She can spoil them, but till then I'm getting dollars. I'm just doing what I gotta. Can a man live? And it's all day. I'm a god, get a whole squad a job, get them all paid. Came a long way from all state, yeah. Now we all American. Shit, we all American. Yeah, I swear to God, I put the hero in heroin. These flows, kilos. I can sell snow to a ski slope. I can sell evil to the devil, non-believers to a temple. Shit, I can sell water to a speedboat. And these eyes is iconic. I went pro, made profit. Now I keep some dead faces in my pocket, getting faded. I've been stoned all week. But what's a guy without a little OD? Just twisting my weed, easing my mind. While you worry about me, stop tripping, I'm fine. Swear these bitches done lost it lately. You put the whole in honest, baby. So complicated. And I may be a little arrogant, I'm aware of it, I know. I got a problem, I'ma take care of it. Weight I'm carrying, gotta let it go. Made a promise to my mama that I'll bless her with some grandkids. She can spoil them, but till then I'm getting dollars. I'm just doing what I gotta. Can a man live? And it's all day. I'm a god, get a whole squad a job, get them all paid. Came a long way from all state, yeah. Now we all American. Shit, we all American. Shoot me down.
We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now. 'Cause this rap shit for life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now. 'Cause this rap shit for life.
Back then, I had a dream. I'd get this money, man. I know my life would change. Just need 100 grand. Back then, I had a dream. I'd get this money, man. I know my life would change. Just need 100 grand. Yeah. Back when I first made 100 grand. Yeah. Back when I first made a. Yeah. Back when I first made 100 grand. Yeah. Yeah. Back when I first made 100 grand. Thought I was a shit. When I first made 100 grand. Thought I was a king. When I first made 100 grand. Couldn't tell me nothing. When I first made 100 grand. Made 100 grand. Yeah, okay. Back then they used to call me little, but now I'm riding something clean in a coat made of armadillo. They haven't got the memo. I'm saying I'm the shit though. Trying to make it complicated when the shit is simple. Tell me what you wanna be, what your dreams is. 100 G's in my jeans, I'm a genius. And every day someone save me please and get schooled, homie change degrees. On the plug what you need though. I'm going beast mode. I keep a freak even when she underwater, she can deep throat. I made a meal before I paid a bill. These fools worry about a wave, I'm a Navy SEAL. Come with me, I can make your life change for real. Always had a dream of stunting, it ain't nothing unless you running shit. Just a young motherfucker with a plan. Thought I was a man back when I first made 100 grand. Thought I was a shit when I first made 100 grand. Thought I was a king when I first made 100 grand. Couldn't tell me nothing when I first made 100 grand. Made 100 grand. Good evening, everybody. How's everybody doing? Just want to ask you a question. Have you been in love before? You like your vodka with a little touch of lime. You should probably take your heels off, 'cause you've been running through my mind. Oh baby, they say we're no good for each other. I can't really tell, what is this spell you put me under? Your love's not too kind to me. I hate the pain, these days of rain. You playing games of hide and seek, my love, and I'm still trying to find you. I'm looking for you, babe. I'm still trying to find you through sunshine or rain.
I love you.
Yeah, you got your stained glass iris, diamond behind your eyelids, little pilot fly. My heart skip a beat like a scratch CD. Your skin smell like butterscotch and your lips taste like kiwi. Let's take a plane to Fiji, make a date, let's take it easy. Love is power, swear there's something about her that make me nervous. Mother Earth done gave us all a gift, she made you perfect. Let's eat some mushrooms and go to the circus. Girl, you know I'm loving you just like you deserve it. So baby, make me earn it. Show me the way you work it. Tell me what you afraid of, I'll spit you my favorite verses. Let's just go take a breath. I want it all, every ounce of love that you got left. You are my drug, in love to death. Feel free to fall, you are a catch. I'm in your heart, I'm in your dreams. So fuck the world, it's you and me. She is the only one that got away. If a love don't last forever, then forever ain't the same, yeah. Your love is not too kind to me, yeah. The only thing on my mind is she. My love, my love, my love, my love, yeah. And I know that nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever, yeah. And she is cool, calm, and collected. I knew that you was Z1 when I seen you, leave me breathless. Hey, okay, I need a second day today, give me attention. I want to take care of you, marry you, something I'm prepared to do. There can't be two. You was here, I ran from you, scared to take that step. But now that I am ready, you not. You up and left me. Hope your new man make you laugh like I do. I do not mean to worry you with my obsession. I just want to be beside you. I'm too nice, and I had to pay that price. Everything I do is wrong, everything you do is right. Let's start a family, hold on to forever, baby. Your pussy is a palace and your head is crazy. That bomb is detonating. Look at this mess you're making. I am the king, you are the queen. Look at this chess we're playing. Oh, we had a love, that love was record breaking. I'm sick of waiting. Yeah. Your love is not too kind. So me. Yeah. The only thing on my mind is she. My love, my love, my love, my love. Yeah. And I know that nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. So give me all of your love. I will be yours through rain and through shine. Give me all of your love. You will be mine through rain and through shine. Yeah, yeah, yeah. 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 Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
We are in our new space. He's trying to get the camera on my new face. He's trying to get Renee. She's wearing her new lace. We are
In the new, you got space.
on the phone. The feds, they get a new trace.
You better pick it and get you a new
No, a new
pace.
pace. There you go, new pace.
Good morning, good evening, and good night to you. I love that little number right there at the bottom, little Big Kenny. One,
Yeah.
test your sight.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
12.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do.
12.
Good morning.
I don't really hear her.
You can't hear me?
There you go.
Okay. Good morning. It does sound like it's a little off.
That's why we're here.
Okay, so you hear anything? Okay, as long as it sounds good, I'm good.
I don't really hear
1,
myself.
2. Now I'm off. Now I'm off.
He's real low.
Again. Oh. I don't hear you. Oh.
Yes. Oh, ouch. Ouch. That hurt. I know this is going to be a stupid question from a technician's point of view, but like sometimes it's really loud and then sometimes you can't hear it at all. Couldn't we like do something in the middle?
The right answer. Good morning, 1, 2, 3. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Delta State football. Who is Delta State? That's the okay, Delta State. Is that where let's see. Delta, yes. Can you hear me now? It should. Yeah, call in to 1-888-926-7562 with your questions regarding panty lines and why beautiful women, what is it? Handsome men date ugly women? What was your thing? I don't think we ever came up with a...
what would make a man?
Yeah, you had two things you were sleeping on. And I guess, did you lose interest?
Interactive.
Okay. Well,
Men,
can you, I think we're going to discuss that today.
Mediocre women.
Oh, that's nice. Mediocre. You were really cruel the first time you said it.
Well, like when the normal relationship is the 5'6" looking man with the 10 woman.
Mm-hmm.
What about when it's reversed?
What does that mean? That's your question.
Yes. How does that dynamic work?
Okay.
One person's the leader.
The leader? What's your fiance look like?
Well, make it personal.
looks like his ex-wife.
No, don't even say that.
Enough is enough.
Amen.
It sounds kind of what's that sound? Mike sounds crunchy. It sounds good to you?
Everyone gets less crunchy.
Has a little kind of echoey.
It's not clean. It's not a clean sound.
Like the sizzle without the sizzle.
Yeah, I think that's your line. That we'll clean that up during the week.
Okay.
So here it
Okay.
sounds good.
Sounds good.
So I'll clean up the signal. Actually, I kind of want to hear what you guys are hearing.
He said it sounds crunchy. Like, and right now, mine really.
I can't hear anything.
It stays crunchy in milk.
Like a biscotti? Bing Crosby's wife.
Bing Carson.
Oh, no.
Oh, look it up.
Okay, right now.
Sorry, like that man don't want to.
Suck it in.
He's just trying to get out the house.
Oh, that bad, huh?
Oh, she looks terrible.
It sounds crunchy. Echo, kind of. You want to hear?
It's distorted. It's distorted. No, I hear.
Wow, she looks like his mother.
Oh, okay.
Bing Crosby looks like
Ben Carson.
Oh.
Your
Who?
presidential candidate.
I know who
Yeah, I
he
hear
is.
Yes. Good.
Oh, wow.
It sounds still a little
Well, here's an example for you right there, Sports Joc.
crunchy.
Let's see.
Crunchy.
That's an example.
Of what?
Crunchy.
Like childhood sweethearts.
An unattractive woman.
He probably paid his
Who
way through
being
that.
Carson?
I saw mommy kissing Santa Claus.
Oh, she probably used to be cute.
But even in my voice,
In her day.
Yeah.
Preschool.
Like one.
even in my voice, you hear.
Damn. That's
She what? Come on, give me a redeeming factor. Even her
He
outfit.
was a nerd. He came.
I'm gonna have to adjust the output volume.
Okay.
If you can get through.
Yeah, I can make it
That
through.
was tough.
I'm just letting you know how.
Yeah,
When you ask me how it sounds.
Yeah, I'll. We just need to. Yeah. I'll have to adjust the gain.
Did you move the mic for visual effect or sound? Away from me. Like this. You just moved it back. So do I need to lean in or bring it
I was
towards
actually
me?
just trying to put it directly in front of you. So you
Okay.
don't side talk, but if that got to adjust, that's fine.
No, I want to do it for the show.
I want to do it for the show.
But all I see is a mic when I look at the camera now.
Oh, really?
Can you see?
I can't see.
Okay. So look at the camera.
Yeah. All right. So let's do it like this. We did it like that, and now we do it like this.
There we go. And then I'll just make sure that I.
Here's the
Mhm.
flag.
Let's see.
Hey,
The delay in the feed.
no, I just X put it stuck. Brian. Sports Joc, wave at me. Oh.
Now his is live. Oh, there I am. It's good now, right? I think you can start waving.
Oh.
She looks like
Yeah, sorry, man. Yeah, you can stop waving. Candy Cars.
It's hilarious. Does he have how many kids does he have? I see a picture of him and Jerome Bettis.
We call whistle. And this is true. We like to do the things that we're not supposed to do. We don't need robbing, stealing, or mugging. In fact, we'll take it seriously.
We're only bugging.
Give me a bubble butt.
Did you say a bubble butt?
Ooh, look at this wedding picture.
I see it. I see it. Look like the Commodore's on it. Look at that hat. Look at that dress. Look at that pink one. Is that the mother? He's a little dude. Look at the little leg. They had on sandals and stockings. They swing with And then I get to the Siamese twins going by the head. Why are they on here? Did you work on it? Oh.
Alright, here we go. Sports Joc.
Did they
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good morning. This is your Sports Joc Wake Up Call. Today we are live. We are here. We are ready. We are in our new digs. It is rat free, but it does have mold on the ceiling. So we'll talk about that and much more in about 10 minutes at the Sports Joc. Look how they're looking in there. So wake up, tune in, and get ready for the Sports Joc Show.
Hey, might as well blow our balls out.
This mic sounds
It doesn't sound good here.
raspy.
I know it's because the signal output is too high going there, but I guarantee you it sounds clean as crystal over on this side. When we get through today, I'll decrunch.
He said get over it.
No, I'm saying right now it's working. So if we can just get to like it was a lot
Is
of.
it hot over there? Why are you sweating so bad? Oh, well, you can have
You have the fan.
Yeah,
we got a fan over there.
fine
I just
for
ain't
me.
been. I just haven't
No,
been in
you
front of
can
it.
have it.
No, I have a fan. We have a fan right there.
Yeah, I don't need the North Pole.
Wayne has that one turned on
Okay.
real good. That was gonna blow me off.
I mean, why are you dressed like Rocky going to a workout? You got layers, bro. De-layer yourself.
Hey man, I didn't think about it. Take one of my layers off. I be knowing this shit.
Let me see if I gotta find the cord of this Kenny, and then I'll get this on you.
It's hard.
Until then,
It's
the answer, my friend, is blowing it on. I'm blowing you by gin, whatever it means. Alright, Mr. Maverick. Focus, okay? Focus on the damn wall. But they have forward focus, so you can stand away and stuff.
wanna get busy, you've got to speak up now.
Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever, ever gonna let you go. Once I get my hands on you. Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever, ever gonna let you go. I hope you feel the same way too.
Girl, I do this rhyme. This time is one of a kind, blowing your mind like only the Candyman can. Like a heavyweight champion, knocking them out, another bout without a doubt. Once again, you can scream and shout when I rock the bells, yell out my name. This is what you've been missing. Listen to my heartbeat while I'm whispering. I know you're suffering. So sweet, a Candyman, sweet nothings. Hugging and tugging and rubbing, loving it all, having a ball. All y'all girlies next to me, talking sex to me. We can't do that yet, but I bet we'll chill. Candyman, tell him the truth. We'll still end up knocking the boots.
Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever, ever gonna let you go. Once I get my hands on you. Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever, ever gonna let you go. I hope you feel the same way too.
At each and every show, there's this groupie. Artist knows what she wants to do to me. She knows my name, knows every rap routine. But how'd she get in my limousine? Don't act a fool, don't drool, I'm just a performer. I was cool, but the room got warmer. Norma cornered me in, her and a friend named Lynn. Then they checked me into the Holiday Inn. I didn't let them win, said my pockets was thin. She blew me a kiss, I knew she wasn't new to this. I didn't want to, but the devil made me do it. To the tick-tock, yeah, don't stop. We knock boots till 6 o'clock as we lay. All night long and early in the morning she sang this song.
Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever, ever gonna let you go. Once I get my hands on you. Ooh, boy, I love you so. Never, ever, ever gonna let you go. I hope you feel the same way too.
Girl,
the truth is, he will throw your ass in the ocean. It's time. You're listening to the Sports Joc Show with Wayne Gandy.
bodies in the body shake your bump. I like the way you comb your hair. I like the stylish clothes you wear. It's just the little things you do that makes me wanna get with you. All I wanna do is do my zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. All I wanna do is do my zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. All I wanna do is do my zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. All I wanna do is do my zoom, 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 and a boom, boom. Just take it out.
Center Court. You're listening to the Sports Joc Show with Wayne Gandy. Listening to the Sports Joc Show with Wayne Gandy.
I see you, Mary. I like this right here. You ready? Clean the hip hop, so bad boy. Mary J. Blige. Yeah, back together again. Let's go.
Looking at you from a distance, getting all of my attention. Could this be
them and filling them. Somebody call a coroner quick, Mary is killing them. Tell them what's the 411 and who came running. When clap down 911 from shots coming. There's something for the radio, guest starring MC. John blazing but hip hop and R&B. What? Y'all thought y'all wasn't gonna see me? You can't spell Mary J. Blige without a JB. But back to the matter and the sex on the platter. She only wanna be happy and I ain't mad at her. You know, mama, nowadays I'm more calmer. And if you take a look at my life, no more drama. Now you know. You're searching for a Wu-Tang pro. You find just about everywhere the Wu-Tang go. Now you know. Tell me like your favorite love song. Cause my computer love is the truth.com.
You're listening to the Sports Joc Show with Wayne Gandy. You're listening to the Sports Joc Show with Wayne Gandy. You're listening to the Sports Joc Show with Wayne Gandy.
Makes no difference. Enough is enough! I have had it!
Why so serious?
And we hold the world ransom for
Wayne Gandy. Excuse me while I whip this out.
Show me. Broadcasting live from the Armada FM studios in Atlanta, Georgia. This is the Sports Joc Show with Wayne Gandy.
You may build me up, yeah. Can you build me up, yeah? You won't break me down. I've come too far, yeah. I've come too far, yeah. So just throw in the towel. It's a new day. I'ma do it. Yeah, I'm gonna go all the way. You may build me up.
Welcome. It is 9 a.m. It is Monday morning. We have reached the last Monday in the great month of September. Fall is here. We have moved to new digs. I would like to tell you that it's an upgrade, but really it's just putting light on a bad situation. Y'all get it? Light on a bad situation. Nobody's working with me today, I tell you, man. Hey, somewhere these jokes are funny. They might not be funny to you people, but you have to start somewhere. San Francisco 49ers, maybe you should start somewhere. Maybe getting in the end zone. That works, you know. It helps you win games. We'll talk about that later in the show. We are glad to be here. NFL Week 3 in the book tonight. I forget the quarterback for Green Bay, but Big Kenny, when he come on, he'll remind y'all of who plays for Green Bay. They are taking on the Chiefs, the Alex Smith Chiefs. Alex Smith has had a decent career. It started off slow, but he's been doing a little winning of late because he's been on better teams. It's not necessarily just because of him. And they're rising up here in the city of Atlanta. I saw a couple of Hawks just flying around. Very, very happy this morning. We'll talk about that, the Hawks starting training camp, the Falcons, all kinds of birds just ready. Have you ever seen a falcon? I've never seen a falcon. Or maybe I just saw a falcon and thought it wasn't hawk. We got a lot of birds up in this state. What I need to do is dust off my old pellet gun and go back to my old ways. Pan sear. Big Kenny's probably never had that delicate robin meat where you pan sear a little salt and pepper. In truth, looking like that's so disgusting. That is fine dining over in Europe. Them chefs, that's all they're feeding you. They're calling it some fancy name. Adding some pheasant, and that's all they're doing. They're throwing a little crust on it, you know. That's why they seal in the juices. No, that's not why they seal in the juices. But good morning. We are happy. The Sports Joc is even, I went through some tragedy this week. I'll just share that with you. I was, out having a little dinner, and, the crime wave here. It's real. The struggle is real. It doesn't discriminate. I even I sleep with my 12 gauge closer to me. I used to keep it in the other room. I figure y'all aren't going to give me that much time. So now I keep it in arm's length. But I was out and somebody broke into my truck. And the Sports Joc has been trying to tell y'all for years, I'm one of those simple athletes. Which means that all my stuff is in the bank. Like, I don't really have, stuff. You're not going to, go in a compartment or flip over something and find whatever I had in my pocket. That's all that. I don't have, some extra money. I never was that guy that, some people tell you, yeah, I keep 40 grand just in case the computers crash. That's just not me. I'll just be out there with you with the cheese and bread and, whatever I got in my pocket is all I got. So breaking in my car I don't do technology. So you don't even want this old computer. I had to turn it on and off 3 times I had to delete everything. Because after 10 openings, it starts sticking. So I don't know what it's the cause of. Can somebody tell me what? It's just a bad computer? No? It's a good computer with a lot of damage in it. That's what it is. Underuse. That's what they say about my cars. When you don't use your car so much that it won't crank, people don't realize that it start doing that on you. But yeah, somebody broke into my pickup, stole my shades and $3 worth of coins. And I was just thinking, man, your life is tough when you see like a little bag of coins and that. Because you probably was just disappointed when you got in there. Just like, man, there's nothing in here. But they took my shades, favorite shades, about 10 years old, very sentimental, and my $3 worth of coins that I love to give out. And I'm quite sure all the fast food restaurants are happy because I will count coins. That's not beneath me. 78 cents does not mean give you a whole dollar. It means, and you give me 22 cents back. It means, hold on, I got that 78 cents. See, some of y'all are above the little, Big Kenny, he likes to give out the 20s, Truth, hundreds. I will count you 87 cents. Hold on one second. It's a nickel in here somewhere. I do not like change, but you can never get rid of change. I don't know if you ever noticed that. As soon as you empty the jar, somebody hands you don't have that 2 cent. It's 802, and you don't have the 2 cent, and you got an a-hole quick trip worker that just won't cut you a break with the 2 cent, and you just have to take the 98 cent. It's tough. None of y'all experience this. Because you be thinking it's 801, you can just let me ride on that, right? No, all that's going against your counter. But yeah, somebody broke in my truck, so I had to get it repaired. Broke my window out, but that's all the damage. Thank you for not ripping stuff when you got in there. They checked the glove box, checked the little console, and they left. But rash of thievery going around the Atlanta area, so I'm just letting you know it's everywhere. And from the cop, when I called him out, he says there's no rhyme or reason, and people aren't even leaving their house, particularly to rob. They just happen to be passing by, and they look over and think. He said that's how rash it is. It's not like a system, and it's happening in all parts. So it's not even like they don't think it's the same crew. Just something a bug that's going around. So as I tell everybody, don't leave anything in your car. When you go in your house, when you go into your job, take your stuff with you, and just let them be disappointed when they get inside the vehicle. But good morning. I know a lot of you would have saw that as a bad day. I saw it as even more reason to park in the handicap spot. No? Is it, am I wrong? Is that Vic Kenny? I mean, the truth? There's more reason to park closer, right? Is that not right? Because I parked up under a light. That's what they trying to teach you, when you're young. If you can get under the light, that kind of scares people. They still try me. So I'm just going to go ahead on, and Grandma, hey, you and that scroll are just going to have to take a little longer to get there, because I'm going to get right there. I get out with pride. My hip, I got bad hips. I get a check now for bad hips. But we are here. We have a great show for you. We got Cam Newton in his camouflage suit. We got some of that. Before I bring my co-host on, let me show you what's coming out, the Halloween edition at Burger King. This is their new burger. If you're looking at the Sports Joc page, it's with black buns. It's the Halloween Whopper. It has black bun and then all the trimmings, and it has some A1 sauce in the bun or on the burger somewhere. So I used that recipe back in 81. Remember, my mom used to make me cook my own meals, so every time I cooked the hamburger, I tried a different sauce in the meat. A1 was one. I had an A1 burger. I had a Heinz 57 burger. I had some soup mix burger. Some of the stuff y'all are inventing is old, like the veggie burger. Big Kenny think he's doing something with that new. That was way back in the 70s. We called it wish sandwiches. One more time, let me see this burger. I don't know why you think a black bun burger is attractive. Black is a beautiful thing. Buns are beautiful. But the black bun, I don't know. I can't tell if it's stale or no. It's just not a very attractive sandwich. They say you eat with your eyes, and when I see that, I don't really know. Eat with your eyes. So, that's the burger, the Halloween edition. Halloween is right around the corner. I don't know why it's around the corner, because I walked through the store the other day and they were selling Christmas ornaments. So really it's Christmas time. Y'all just don't realize it. But my two co-hosts are here. Big Kenny, the funny man himself, Chi-Town's finest. His first 3 classes in elementary school was breaking into cars, so I know he already knows. He doesn't do the window thing, though. He has this hand trick where he can snatch the latch up with a paper clip. Big Kenny?
Good morning, Sports Joc. Good morning. You say you eat with your eyes. Man, come to find out, I've been doing it wrong this whole time. And for all you thieves, Sports Joc really does not keep a lot of valuables on him or in his vehicle. It took me breaking into his truck this weekend to confirm that it was a waste of time downtown. You know what I mean? I got some 10-year-old shades and a bag of coins, and that was pretty much it. And with the coins, I went and got a black bun burger.
The Halloween Whopper.
I kind of like black buns, though. They've been all right by me.
They've been okay with you. Speaking of black buns, the truth is in the building.
Oh, I don't even like that segue. No, that did not work. I just want you. Good morning, crew. I love our new spot. Mold on the ceiling doesn't bother me. I will be distracted by the view, so if you catch me daydreaming, looking at roosters in the yard, you'll know. There were about like 30 or 40 break-ins, so I mean, I know you're special, but this weekend,
everyday people, as the song says.
Yeah, from South Fulton to Buckhead, so there was no discrimination.
Sports Joc
in the
said
activity.
You were gonna break out your BB gun and get robbing a pheasant, and you said, I don't know the pleasure of that. I need you to know, I don't know what it tastes like to eat a rabbit or pheasant, because at 8 years old, I was eating the heart of my enemy. I was eating his liver out of his stomach.
Liver sounds good. Liver and onions, a little gravy,
some fava beans.
I'm a warrior.
And a canty.
Nice.
As Hannibal Lecter said. We have a great show. High school, JUCO, college football, and much more coming up when we come back from break. 1-888-926. I don't know why I said that one. 7562, but I'm like
old school.
Yeah. I read whatever on the prompt.
Ron Burgundy.
Did you guys know that kids who play sports earn more money when they grow up?
Of course, I knew that.
Hey, did you guys know that kids who read books have a bigger
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Wow, jinx. Did you guys know that friendly children have more friends?
Oh
yeah, yeah.
That's true, I knew that. Did you guys know that winter babies are better at music?
Everyone knows that.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
obvious.
Oh, hey, guys, did you know that most people think they're using the right car seat for their kid, but they're not?
Huh, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I knew that. I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Parents who really know it all know for sure that their child is in the right car seat at the right age and size. Visit safercar.gov/the right seat to make sure your child is protected. National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
You're so annoying.
You're so annoying.
Stop copying me.
Stop copying me.
Mom, tell her to stop copying me.
Copying me.
Kids will spend 10 minutes copying everything their sibling says.
You're such a doofus.
You're such a doofus.
How about 2 minutes to brush their teeth? Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Mom!
A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
Sure, humans can be a little weird at times. But take it from me, I'm a dog. And a person is about the best thing that can happen to a shelter pet. So if you want to learn how you can be that person, get down to your local pet shelter or visit theshelterpetproject.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Your busy lifestyle demands performance. Energy drinks and shots can be an acquired taste and can cause jitters, crashes, and even stomach discomfort. The new 8-Hour Energy Patch is the natural, sugar, and calorie-free alternative to energy drinks, shots, and even coffee. It's the only energy that sticks. Just 2 time-release patches will keep you going at work, the gym, or even a night out. No unpleasant taste, jitters, or crashes. For a 12-hour boost, just add another patch. For only 4 hours, use one. You're in charge. Visit 8hourenergy.com for more info and your free sample. Do not exceed 3 patches per day.
You might know me, I'm 50 Cent. You may follow my tweets, my Facebook friends. Odds are fewer than 6 degrees separate us. We're that close. What's crazy is 1 in 6 don't know where their next meal is coming from. These are your co-workers, your neighbors, your friends. Hunger's too close for us to ignore. So visit feedingamerica.org/hunger and find your local food bank to see how you can make a difference. From one close friend to another, let's do this. I'm 50 Cent, and together we are Feeding America.
A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Welcome to the Sports Joc Show. I'm the Sports Joc, Wayne Gandy. What's wrong? I waited too long to come back in. Oh, okay. High school football, the battle of the cheerleaders went down. Dance battle going wrong. Let's see the video of this. 2 high school dance off. I didn't even know they still had dancers and dance off. And looking at these bodies, they need to cancel the whole program because they don't even look like dancing bodies. But
ultimately, to the back of the head.
Before fists began to fly, there was tension in the body language of 2 drill teams, Wilmer Hutchins and James Madison. It was Friday night. The football game was over at Wilmer Hutchins Stadium. There's what's called a battle, a spontaneous dance competition between 2 troops. Shannon Roberts' daughter, 15-year-old Shamira Cooper, is a bluebell. She's the girl in the middle on the video. It appears a member from Madison High School comes over to her and performs a mock routine.
You do have a personal space in which you are supposed to respect, in which that was not respected. So, I mean, it was heated at that point.
The girl returns.
My daughter then turned her back, which is just basically saying, you're boring, hey, I don't want to look at you, what you're doing.
Then there's a hit to the back of the head. DeShannon was in the stands.
I immediately leaped over the rail and ran to the field, trying to get my baby. By that time, it was chaos.
now this is a dance battle, as you said, through Wilmer Hutchinson High and James Madison High. Now, the Sports Joc is just going to be true with you. Because sometimes I do let my age reveal the time that I lived. We used to have these battles. It used to start with a cardboard box. You know, somebody throw the cardboard down, and then, you know, it was breakdancing. It was a battle. But the rule, always in the battle, Big Kenny True, is that you're not supposed to touch the other performer. Was that right in Chicago? It was right in Chicago. Was that right?
Yeah, that's
in Decatur?
Across the board.
Is it Decatur or
South Dakota?
It was no battles in South Dakota. But in this dance battle, in the middle, I don't know if the game must have been over. And when you're looking at this, because nobody's in the stadium, but both teams met, and you could see the one girl dancing, and then she pulled that weave, which is a lot of weave in this whole video, and a whole bunch of bad names. But the lady said that her daughter was in the right after the girl had hit her in the back of the head to retaliate. Big Kenny, truth, is that the right call?
To retaliate, to hit back?
Yes.
Well, I think it's an involuntary reflex, but not always necessarily the right thing to do. I think the official should have stepped in and done something. I don't ever think, hitting back in front of people. You don't want an audience when you do that, but. Yeah, the girl was out of line, touching anybody's head, anybody's body part. That was totally uncalled for.
And both of you are part of sororities and fraternities, so y'all had step-offs. Correct? Did y'all not have step-offs?
I'm just saying, I don't know what happened in this particular...
It's called a step-off,
Hey, you'll step off?
Well, no, I'm saying in this particular incident, I'm not sure what happened, but I would imagine that any activity you get involved in, we're doing this is part of the preparation.
And for those of you
ought to have a certain level of restraint already. You know what I'm saying? In fact, you talking about my personal space, really, you do this in an organized fashion with other people that are doing the same thing.
And that's called getting crunk, though, right? Isn't that the old?
Hey, I don't know what it's called.
Isn't that what E40 and them call it out there? Getting crunk? No,
they call it hyphy.
Hyphy. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to keep up with the lingo. Hyphy.
Yeah.
But we'll move on. In college, you both had step off. Is it called a step off?
Maybe at Auburn. I'm not sure what it was called. What they call it?
Step show.
Step show.
Yeah. Step show. I was gonna let everybody fish and did just for a while. Just
I was trying to think
over there trying to remember what
it was called and what my line number was.
When she was doing it, it was called the Trail of Tears.
Hey.
But
ageism.
But we all had, step shows were always fun. I don't remember, and Auburn didn't have a lot, but Tuskegee University was close. I never remember where two teams got up there together.
No.
And danced. It was always you did yours, and then the other person
break
come
dance,
on.
and I think they cut all that out. Yeah, that's how it worked.
But you never was supposed to touch an opponent in breakdance.
But I felt some kind of way when she turned around. I can imagine how hot she felt when the girl turned around and put her back to her.
Breakdancing, that used to be, you would have to, I guess these people agree to meet when the reporter was saying some sort of impromptu dance. It's not like this was a raid where they were just standing around and all of a sudden people started dancing in the middle of a shopping
spontaneous
center.
combustion.
Right. This was what they have shows like Bring It On and some other show, or Bring It, and where they dance battle like this. But I remember being in Chicago once, and dudes would make money breakdancing on the sidewalk, and we were on Michigan Avenue, bunch of white people standing around watching, and these brothers are killing it. They getting down, they got the little linoleum or the cardboard, and they spinning and they making money. And one of them started taunting people in the audience, and it was this little white guy standing with these two little white girls, and typical preppy little guy, and the breakdancer called him out, and this little white dude reached in a plastic bag and pulled out some sneakers and pulled off his loafers and murdered them.
He was ready.
And you should have seen the white people like, yes, yes, we can compete
and redeem our race.
One of us can do this. It was amazing. They, the other guys got to keep the money because the white dude wasn't gonna pick up the money, but they.
Well, I think the moral of this story is that if you're going to have something like this, there should be an official.
Yes,
there's definitely at least
there are officials. This is a sanctioned event. No. They have officials. They have judges.
Where was the official?
No, I'm talking about in the high school video.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what he's talking about.
I don't.
Those little dance battles are sanctioned. They have judges. They have.
I don't think this one here was sanctioned. This looked like an impromptu.
It was at a football game.
Because the mother even said she had to run over, so she wasn't even out there when they went down. So
it's a paid event for some people.
They were already there at the football game.
They sit in the stands and watch this. This is part of the attraction of their entertainment, is these dance battles.
Well, let's get a referee out there to keep this fighting, because you don't want to cancel something that's really set up to be friendly competition. And the easiest way to fix that is just to have someone of authority standing there, so both teams feel like there's somebody that is going to hold them accountable.
But we
keep your hands to yourself. That's the moral of this story.
We're afraid of the kids. So.
Up in New Jersey, sad note, on Friday night, New Jersey high school quarterback Evan Murray died from an on-field injury. They really still haven't said what. If you can see the Sports Joc page, he was a 3-sport athlete at the school. They haven't really said. I think it must have been a broken neck. They're very scarce with the info about how he passed. This did happen Friday night, so sad news right there. It happened on the field. When they got him to the hospital, he passed away. Big Kenny had mentioned earlier there have been 4 deaths. You researched, Big Kenny?
No, I didn't.
Did you?
But he is now. Yeah, he is Googling some things right now.
This high school year. And I think most of them that I read were more heat related. I think this is the first official that an injury from the field, at least this year. Most of the deaths I've seen was especially delayed, where like the kids went to practice and then they went home, and then later they had some kind of problem with their bodies, the kidneys and stuff shut down. So sad news out of New Jersey in dealing with this 7 foot, 440-pound football player. Let me see this gentleman, John Kahn, mammoth of a man. I thought it was some kind of joke when I saw it. 7 feet, 440 pounds. I can't even imagine what that even really looks like in person. I've seen Shaquille, but that was only 7 feet 300.
Wow.
This man is high school.
It looks like 6 full grocery carts. That's what
It looks like Sasquatch.
It looks like 6 full grocery carts and a lot of big and tall exclusive clothing. You know,
I don't even know if it's big and tall right there. That's something.
That guy looks like he cost his parents a lot of money.
He's a offensive lineman out in California. The funny thing was the report said, but he doesn't look explosive. Really? You think that a man trying to unfold 7 feet off of the ground, that's a long movement.
He's not going to be quick.
He doesn't look explosive, but he can do this and stop half of the defensive line. So
he's wearing all of that, I'm quite sure.
How old is he?
He's I want to say he's a junior in high school.
He's 16.
His title is Giant Football Player.
Look at him.
Wow. And that's a picture of him split screen with
He's got your number on,
Prairie. Who, Perry?
72.
The fridge, that's the fridge right there. Fridge wasn't that big of a man. He was just a bad body for the most part. Fridge got it notoriety because he was like the first 300-pound man. There's 4 or 5 fridges on every team now, even in high school. He's just a common man. But when we come back, we're going to talk a little college football. 10 o'clock hour, NFL. Jared, I will give you a little love. Your Raiders beat the Browns, but it was the Browns. But I will give you some love. And we'll be back with more of the Sports Joc Show in just a second.
A cat moving in with a new human. It took a little getting used to. She has these weird games she likes to play, like this giant feather. She sticks it in my face. I swat it away. She sticks it in my face. I swat it away. It's almost like she thinks I enjoy it. But seeing how much fun she gets out of it, well, I guess it makes it all worth it. Humans.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Hey, what's up? This is Gwen speaking for Rad. Give up the keys, choose a designated driver. Music lives, so should you.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Chris, you're not acting like a grown-up in our relationship.
Am too.
There's your comic book collection, the race car bed.
I'm young at heart, but I put money into my 401k every paycheck. I'm taking control over my financial life, and that feels pretty grown up to me.
Put away a few bucks, feel like $1 million. For free ideas and easy ways to save, go to feedthepig.org. That's feedthepig.org. Are those footy pajamas?
This message brought to you by the American Institute of Certified Public Accountants and the Ad Council.
Oh! You are round MVP.
Yeah, man. Yo, Drew, I finally got round MVP. Round MVP.
No way. That was some ownage.
Finally earning round MVP takes determination. So will getting into college. I've got what it takes. So do you.
Visit knowhowtogo.org to learn what you should be doing right now to prepare for college. Start taking the steps at knowhowtogo.org. Brought to you by the American Council on Education, Lumina Foundation, and the Ad Council.
In 50 feet, turn left. Why are you driving so slowly?
After a few drinks, I'm taking it slow.
Well, you're not fooling the cop behind you.
What?
Get ready to pay in 0.1 miles.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Nothing kills a buzz like getting pulled over for buzz driving, because buzz driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Sports Joc Show. I'm the Sports Joc, Wayne Gandy. College football, hot and heavy. AP Top 10. New Top 10 is out. Oregon, before we get to the Top 10. First time since 2009, they're not in the Top 25. Ohio State is still number 1. Excuse me. Utah is 10. LSU is 9. Georgia is 8. UCLA 7. 6 is Notre Dame. 5 is Baylor. TCU is holding down 4. Ole Miss Rebels, once again, acting like they're the top 10 team, is 3. The Spartans of Michigan State is 2. And I said the Buckeyes are 1. In this poll, my Auburn Tigers getting beat by Mississippi State. Looks like it's going to be one of those long seasons for my Auburn Tigers. Big Kenny, did Southern Miss, the Golden Eagles win? No, his mic is not on. Truth, did your team pull off a victory?
They really showed up. Yeah, they lost 40-0.
40-0.
I don't really know.
Oh, okay.
No, they didn't have to. Yes, Albany State.
Okay. The other team showed up. Yours did not. Gotcha.
Yes,
Big Kenny, what about Southern Miss?
Southern Miss lost.
Yeah.
To Nebraska. Okay, the Cornhuskers.
But from what I understand, it was a valiant loss.
Whatever
that means. That means we lost, but we didn't lose like super bad.
Like Albany State.
There was effort. I saw the effort of trying to. That's what
we wanted to win. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, we got shut out.
Derek Jeter, Michigan pulling off a big victory against BYU. Derek Jeter at the game, hanging out with Jim Harbaugh. Harbaugh is such a media whore. Can you say media whore? He's the head coach of Michigan. He has the Wolverines 2-1 or 3-1 at this point. Derek Jeter, who is from some funny name part of Michigan, Lapatutone,
Detroit.
He's from some town with a funny name, Kalamazoo.
He's from Pequannock, Pequannock, New Jersey.
Yeah, who is that?
Derek Jeter.
Is it? Because my story said he was from somewhere, born in some part of Michigan. Because he wanted to go to Michigan when he was coming out of high school.
Facts, but Wikipedia has. Oh, okay. So, but he was born in New Jersey.
Okay, so he lived in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Because when he when he came out of high school, they offered him a scholarship, but he decided to turn down that offer and go play for a team called the Yankees for two decades. But Derek Jeter, who is recently retired.
And how did that choice turn out for him?
It was very lucrative.
We didn't.
It was a lucrative.
I haven't followed him in a while.
It was a very lucrative decision. He was able to really capitalize on that Yankee decision.
Good move, dude.
About $250 million worth of capitalism in that move. So
I guess
he's a very smart individual. But that is Derek Jeter at the Michigan game. And Jim Harbaugh, trust me, he probably called Jeter. All these little things like this, people never realize. This helps with recruiting. When Ohio State has LeBron on the sideline, when you can get your stars, Auburn keeps Bo Jackson, it draws people's attention to go to some of these colleges. Some kids are picking schools just on the notoriety of who went there before them. So don't think these are just impromptu. Derek Jeter just happened to be, and he was like, you know what, hey, pull over, man, let's go into Ann Arbor to the game. No, he probably was already.
I thought it was the girls that they hook y'all up with that really help.
No, women always think it's about them.
Oh.
See that you always.
Well, I'm glad to be part of the ranks.
No, it was about Bo Jackson. I was standing in line behind watching Bo Jackson get his food, and I was thinking, man, that Bo Jackson? I need to go here. Yeah, because from a little small town, and you sitting in line with Bo Jackson, you thinking, hey, this might be the place to be.
I might be bumping.
Surround yourself with greatness. And,
Michael Jordan loved North Carolina, but trust me, North Carolina capitalizes on him coming out there and shooting some hoop with the guy.
I see that.
Might as well they ain't going to class.
It's fake classes. Don't get it right.
Same thing.
And that's a recruiting tool. To have Michael Jordan sit there and happen by and shoot a couple baskets, that guy's going to sign.
Derek Jeter.
And there you go with Derek Jeter up at the Michigan. We have, you said some Michigan T-shirts. Let me see that picture of the Michigan T-shirts. They're getting very creative with what does that read, Big Kenny? Can you see that? Number 88 is on the back of the jersey. Oh, and the guy's last name is Butt. I can't really see it from this distance.
No, it's very.
It's very. You should be able to because it's a lot of.
See it.
Yeah.
But do you see the lady has her hand on? Is that a man or a woman who has the black buns in her hand? Yeah, it's a woman touching a man's butt.
And his says black butt, number 88.
Black butt. Is there some white butt in there?
I like butt.
Kick butt. I want more butt. I like big butt. Black butt.
And all of this is on the back of a jersey.
All this is jersey.
And nice butt.
They are so original, aren't they? Let's play on butt. How about just wearing the jersey and keeping it? I'm quite sure the kid already gets enough of that in his life. But there
we gonna need us talking Negro now. We gonna have to get us one of them. Hey, go get your black friend from the other side of the tracks, and they can come with us.
Down in Mississippi at the JUCO college, there was a referee thrown out of the game, which is always interesting. The line referee. And for you that don't know, there's a guy that's supposed to be at every game. We call him the get-back coach. That's his only job. They designate one coach who is supposed to consistently keep the team and coaches back behind the line. Well, obviously, this Mississippi JUCO did not have one because...
Wait a minute. Their job is to keep the other coaches and players behind the line. Why do they call them the get-back coach?
Because as the game,
I'm just saying, how simple could that have been? They didn't spend any time on coming up with a title for this guy's job.
That's his title.
Link to his activity.
He get back. He's the get back coach. His whole job is to make sure that the coaches, the head coaches, doesn't go too far down the line, and the players. And you see, once or twice a year, they do call a penalty, or a referee who's trying to run gets tripped up by a player, which is a penalty. In this case, East Mississippi Community College was taking Ottawamba Community College on, and the coach, the referee, the coach.
But it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better. And kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor. Because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
My name is Charles. My name is Charles. One day I had a sudden headache. I had a headache. My arm went numb and I felt confused. My arm went tingly. I was having a stroke. My wife dialed 911. I had a stroke on the bus. Seconds made all the difference. If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911. Time lost is brain lost. For more information, visit powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Psst, Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
Ugh, what are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. It's been a long time since we've had an adventure in the forest.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
You're right. I should get out.
Yeah, the forest is not that far away.
Hey, Mom!
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Enough is enough! I have had it!
Why so serious?
And we hold the world ransom for Wayne Gandy. Excuse me while I whip this out.
Broadcasting live from the Armada FM studios in Atlanta, Georgia. This is the Sports Joc Show with Wayne Gandy.
In the Ferrari or Jaguar, switching 4 lanes, top down, screaming out, money ain't a thing.
Hard in the double law, flashing the rings with the window crack. Holla back, money ain't a thing.
I don't like it if it don't gleam. In the hell with the price, but the money ain't a thing.
Put it down hard for my dog.
Welcome back to the Sports Joc Show. That's what Pope Francis was going down the road saying all week. Money ain't a thing. That's not what part of his speech was about. No? How the Catholics got all the money over in Rome. That's not true. They had a lot of money over there, don't they? Yeah, the Pope has a disposition that says, I got a lot of money. I run a lot. I got a lot of power. Pope Francis and his immigration. They ain't going to get into that, though. That's a whole nother show. Pope Francis and his immigration. 700 people. Before I bring my co-host back on, something that these stories always go under the radar. Over in Saudi Arabia, 700 people died in a stampede. That's a lot of stepping on people. That's a lot of people. I don't know. It was like a holy day, Mecca, something like that. Who is it? Hajj. Yeah, one of them. Yeah, it's like the Baptist passing around the collection plate, something like that. No? Muslim, something like that. All I know, if 700 people died in a stampede, y'all might need to stop it. How about that? 700 people died because other people was running on top of them. That's a lot of people. That's like everybody that goes to a Tyler Perry movie. No? Wow. Y'all love Tyler Perry, don't you? Yeah, it's okay. But 700 people, I just thought that was very interesting that many people. It was 244. Oh, they're outdoing themselves. Overachievers, I tell you. 700 people. But it's the NFL Hour. I have my co-host in the building. We got our Sugar Rush going on, courtesy of Krispy Kreme. Spencer Haywood finally got off of his late night booty call and decided to come show up with our food. Thank you, Spencer Haywood. That Georgia State education, man.
And bless you, Krispy Kreme.
Everybody leave Georgia State is addicted to women, I tell you. No? Well, you on your third wife, this dude here. Every time I see him, he has another woman. It's like I can't even remember the name.
Is he looking at me? Is he looking at me every time I see this dude? He's got another woman. Dude, these mics are on. Gee whiz. Give me a break, Sports Joc.
I bet that special woman doesn't want to hear that.
I've invited him to like 30 concerts. He's brought 30 different people. Michael Sam finally have come to the realization that he's
gay.
Well, he always knew that.
Oh,
but
okay.
he went on and said that if he hadn't announced, and I have said this too, you can be whatever you want to be as a starter, but you can't be whatever you want to be as a backup. I think that's what, if I was going to say in a nutshell, that's what he didn't in a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
So when he says that, I guess he really gets that as a backup. And this is just, I think, corporate America, and a lot of people could be like this. If you're not the star, I don't want to put up with your mess. That's basically what it is. I don't need to be asking questions about the backup. I'm okay trying to figure out why Dez Bryant slapped his mom, or Ocho Cinco changed his name, or Terrell Owens in the popcorning and all that, because they're stars and they're producing. I don't want to answer questions about the guy that's barely on the team, and I think that's what he didn't get. Nobody wants, you see it in the NBA when you have superstars like Allen Iverson, nobody wanted to deal with him coming off the bench because it's too much management. You don't want to manage your bench.
Not enough return on that investment.
Yeah, they don't see it. And I think that's what I said this before with Michael Sam, is that, yeah, you're rating your draft pick. They'll put up with Johnny Manziel because they think he'll be a star. So they put up his antics and things like that. But no. And that's what it comes down to when they start looking at backups. Who are the people that they don't have to worry about when they go to bed at night?
Because right now it's not about football. He's only known for who he chooses to sleep with. I mean,
that is
his talent is not.
We don't even remember when he was a good player.
What was his position again?
Exactly. Bottom.
Willing.
You're welcome.
He was a bottom person.
You are so bad, Sports Joc. They're terrible.
Oh, that is Michael Sam's.
They're just so terrible.
I'm not playing what Michael Sam had to say. We're gonna move on past him because he's interrupting our NFL season. We got bigger fish to fry. As I said, the Giants took on the Redskins. Kirk Cousins going back to his old form. This was Thursday night. Eli and the boys 32-21. Odell Beckham having a nice night. Pretty Tom.
Pretty Tom.
It's a pretty thing for Pretty Tom. I beat the man, and I'm playing like the man. I beat the man. I'm playing like the man. Tom Brady, 2 touchdowns. Gronkowski, 4 catches, 108 yards. The Patriots are 3-0. They humiliated the Jaguars, 51-17. I tried to even watch turn this game on, and the guy said, "Why?" Eventually, Tom's going to do that thing, and it's going to be a blowout, and they was true. We watched like 5 minutes. It was close, and then when we looked back at the little ticker at the bottom, it was like 34-3. Tom had done his thing once again. Big Kenny, truth, I will ask you because this was a debate I heard this morning when I woke up. Aaron Rodgers versus Tom Brady.
What's the question?
Who's the greatest?
I go Tom Brady.
Big Kenny?
I think it depends.
He's got another name for you.
A great deal on the fan. Tom Brady's accolades as far as his numbers would make him a great quarterback. I think Aaron Rodgers still has some tread left on his tires. Mm-hmm. So who knows where he'll end up. And he comes with a lot of the winning, a lot of the ability to get to the Super Bowl with none of the distraction. Aaron Rodgers is straight in the locker room. They ask him a couple of questions, and then it's over with. They don't really.
Well, he did throw a little jab at Russell Wilson last week when he said God's a Packers fan. After the game, he was letting know that that other people serve the Lord as well.
And for him, that was. Did you hear what he said? You know, Des Bryant could have said that, and they would have been like, "Yeah, but what about when you slapped your mama?" You know what I mean? So maybe he was trying to get some attention,
right?
Because nobody focuses on him. But I think Tom Brady's a phenomenal quarterback. Just a shame that a lot of his legacy has been tainted with the Patriot way. And the perception that they are willing to bend the rules to succeed.
And I will say this, the Patriot way is the sport way. It might not be
the
society way, but in the world of sport, it is, hey, we pushed the envelope. We just got caught. There's been a lot of spying and trying to buy tapes and sending unofficial people to watch games and all this kind of stuff. Pumping noise in the stadium. Baseball players
pumping noise in the stadium.
Baseball players putting grease on the ball. It's always been a little something, corking the bats and things like that. So right now, I would say, and like Big Kenny, I will give him that. Rodgers has a couple of more years longer than Tom, but right now, Tom is in first class with Joe Montana. That's the only person.
That's about it.
Because Dan Marino is Joe Montana's Peyton Manning to Tom Brady, where they have all the numbers, but they don't have the championships. You know how Dan has all the passing numbers past Joe Montana.
But they haven't won.
But Montana has all the trophies. And I think Tom, and even Tom, for someone that was not even drafted to be what Tom Brady became, whereas Aaron Rodgers was drafted to be the guy that we see, at least at this point. I think Aaron Rodgers needs to get another Super Bowl trophy at least. He doesn't have to have 4, but he has to have more than 1.
In order to pass Tom.
Yes. The same thing with, Eli has 2, Peyton has 1. I think Peyton Manning needs that. He's been trying to get that 1 more to kind of give him that first class. I'm in the first 2 seats when you walk on the
Because that's what measures it. How many Super Bowl trophies do you have? How many rings you got?
Yes.
It's almost unfortunate now that Peyton is trying to get it in the twilight of his career because every other comment is, that looks painful. Peyton drops back. Yeah, he would have got that in there so much quicker a year,
Right.
It's just he's nothing like he's used to be. He's
just call him an old man in his twilight.
And up in Tennessee, in Nashville, the Colts came from behind, down 27-14, going into the fourth. Andrew Luck finally having some luck, really avoiding starting 0-3.
I think that was the best game of the whole weekend.
That was the best. They scored 21 points in the fourth to come back and beat Tennessee 35-33. Marcus Mariota having a good game first week, bad game last week, having a solid game this time around, showing that he can rebound from having bad games. But Andrew Luck and the boys,
it was like a scene from Back to the Future, because Andrew Luck was Marcus Mariota a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
A couple seasons ago, and now it's like I'm playing my future self and I'm playing my past self. I've got a lot of potential, doing really good, exceptionally well for a rookie. But you can see there that I'm still a rookie.
And it's a quarterback battle that can be, because they're in the same division.
Right.
And Andrew Luck, this is his fourth year. This
can go for a while.
Let's go for another decade. So, and they play each other twice a year. So we'll see how that pans out. We'll be back with the JETS Jets right after this quick break.
I'm the only one to get the job done. I don't know one that can cover for me. Got some game from my day, so she might say she love me. She don't love me like she say she love me. Believe me.
My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place, and then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better, and kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor, because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
I'm Rachel Ray, and food is not only the way I make my living, it's how I spend time with my family and friends. It's hard to imagine true hunger, but sadly 1 in 6 Americans don't know where their next meal will come from. They're your neighbors, your friends, your co-workers. Visit feedingamerica.org/hunger to find out how you can make a difference. I'm Rachel Ray, and together, we are Feeding America.
A message from Feeding America and the Ad Council.
My name is Charles. My name is Charles. One day I had a sudden headache. I had a headache. My arm went numb and I felt confused. My arm went tingly. I was having a stroke. My wife dialed 911. I had a stroke on the bus. Seconds made all the difference.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911.
Time lost is brain lost.
For more information, visit powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Sports Joc Show. I'm the Sports Joc, Wayne Gandy. Tampa Bay taking on Houston yesterday. My stepson, Jameis Winston, not having a great day, but it's going to be back and forth, the yo-yo kind of season for Jameis. He's still learning the position. I think he has a lot of raw talent, and he's young. I mean, he's 22 years old, fresh out of college. I said this last week, and I'll say this. You have to give these guys at least 2 years in the league to find themselves. They're coming from systems, especially in college, where the quarterback no longer needs to learn technique. I just need you to win the game. It used to be more about improving, and right now you see they just run systems that really is about the quarterback getting the ball to who they feel is a better athlete and not necessarily do reads and all that kind of stuff, just kind of throw the ball up. So a lot of this raw talent is going to be better in 3 years. You just hope that your team can hold on and not suck too bad until they come around. In Dallas yesterday, the Falcons riding high, coming from behind as the Falcons do. You always have to wait on the Falcons. Now they're going to take you down to the last 2 minutes.
And when you have a system that works.
Matty Ice and the boys, Julio Jones, big numbers, 12 catches, 164 yards. But we must say, as Big Kenny said about Southern Miss against Nebraska, the Cowboys put up a valiant effort against the Falcons, being without Tony Romo and their number one receiver, Dez Bryant.
Now, they don't put you in the Hall of Fame for that. but I'm just saying, in the broad scheme of things.
We have on the line one of the new Cowboy fans, our man Guy Rawlings. Good morning to you, Guy.
Hey, Cowboys fan, not so much. I just cover the Cowboys. How y'all doing?
He just lives in Texas.
To the Falcons. You lead two divisions now. You lead the NFC South and the NFC East. That's to beat the Giants, Redskins, and Cowboys.
When you look at, hey, before we talk about that, Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady, who's the best?
I'd have to go with Tom Brady. He not only is he great at his job, he's great at cheating. So I mean, he's just he has a grip on everything.
See, he'll forever live under the.
I was thinking because they went to the same hairstylist. Him and Guy went to the same hairstylist. He was going with Tom, but okay, he's going with the cheating excuse. I got you. But Guy, did you attend the game yesterday?
Yes, I was there. Unfortunately, I saw the collapse in the second half, and the Falcons. I guess I don't understand why they didn't make an adjustment. The Cowboys I'm talking about didn't make an adjustment in the second half when they saw Julio kicking their tails. Why not double him, and try to kick him out of the game altogether? They just decided to try to take him one-on-one, and Julio is a beast. You can't let that happen.
Yeah, 12 receptions, 162 yards, 2 TDs, ran one for 45 yards. Through the first 3 games, he is definitely the top receiver in the league, and he's really trying to show people that I was worth all that money that they gave me in the off season. Tony Romo on the sideline, are they? Because there's been speculation. They're saying 6 to 8 weeks. Some guys say the injury is really out for the year. What is your stance on that, Guy?
That's a good question because they say 8 weeks. 8 weeks was that he would miss 8 games initially. Then our rumors are saying that the injury that he has could keep him off the field for 12 weeks. But he didn't have surgery. They said that he elected not to have surgery. I guess it's a type of injury that can heal itself. But then again, who knows? If it's going to be 8 weeks or 12 weeks, and the same thing with Dez Bryant, because Julio had the same injury that Dez has, and Julio got it early in the season, and he was out for the remainder of the season, missed like 11 and 12 games that year. So, I can't imagine that Dez Bryant has super healing powers. I don't know, maybe Big Kenny knows something about that. But,
it's an herbal medication.
It Dr. Big Kenny.
Well, earlier in the week, Roddy White and Julio went on record to say that the Cowboys were lying about Dez's injury, but based on just what you said, that Julio had that same injury, and it does not heal that fast as they were speculating, 6 to 8 weeks. So I will be surprised if either one of these players are back before December, if at all.
Yeah.
And by then,
right.
you might even say, would you say that Jerry Jones, if he's not back, is based on the record, what you do with Tony Romo?
It's funny because that's exactly what I was just about to say. I think that Jerry Jones' optimism is kind of trickled down all over Cowboys Nation like a golden shower. He just is so optimistic about his team, his guys, his situation, that even when everything seems darkest, fellas, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay.
What's that Texas spirit, man? The Texas spirit.
Maybe so. Because Texans believe everything is done. It's funny being here. You realize that Texans believe it's Texas, and then the rest of the country.
Right. Yeah, they're not shy of letting you know that when you meet them either. If you're not from Texas,
nope.
You're not from anywhere. Nope. Brandon Wheaton, do you think he keeps his job, or are the Cowboys on the hunt for someone else to replace him?
They traded for Matt Castles and got him in late this week. I think he came in on Thursday, so clearly he wouldn't be ready to play yesterday. But Brandon Wheaton did a decent job. I mean, he only missed 4 passes and had that one interception. That one interception kind of messed up the Cowboys' momentum. But again, I don't think that really made a big difference. I think the difference was not adjusting to what the Falcons were doing with Julio Jones in the second half, moving them outside, moving them inside. He's playing in the slot, and he's coming out of the backfield. They just never adjusted, and when Julio was doing what he was doing, and when Freeman was able to run free in the second half, it was game over.
Was it the arrogance of your defense thinking that Claiborne, who's your top pick, what was that, 4 years ago? I think he was in the same draft as Julio, the cornerback, could cover Julio one-on-one?
Yeah, I think because if you stood those two next to each other, Julio is probably a whole head taller than Mo, and and because of that, Mo is just not big enough to cover Julio one-on-one. So you got to double, you got to bring up the safety, you got to make it unattractive to throw the ball his way. But they just didn't do that, and I don't know if that's the players' arrogance or the Marinelli, the defensive coordinator's arrogance, because Julio did have a slow first half. But once you see the man on fire, you got to do something to put it out.
Yeah, you said it correctly. It can be both people, because sometimes as a player you go over there and hey, I don't need any help. You keep saying that, and sometimes the coordinator tries to trust you, but ultimately it is on the head coach and the coordinator to decide to change something. Big Kenny?
Guy, everybody keeps talking about what's Romo's future, what's the head coach's future. What about Jerry Jones? He doesn't have a body of investors or some people in the home office who could decide at some point that he needs to stop being the final decision in football operations for the Dallas Cowboys.
That's true. It's good to be the king. He's 70-plus years old, and he's the king of his kingdom. In fact, they're building a small city to move the Cowboys' headquarters to up in Frisco, Texas, which is north of Dallas. And, they're putting a whole new stadium up there that's just going to be a practice field for the Cowboys, and going to be
high school football games are going to to be played there, right? Think about, is it a 40,000 seater, something like that?
So he's taking this Jerry world to the next level.
And then they're going to have the Cowboys headquarters, the world headquarters, the practice field, high-end shops and restaurants, and
so it's Jones City.
Jones City, pretty much,
is what's the name of it.
Well, right. He thinks he's Walt Disney, man. He's got to have the Cowboys. I mean, right now the Cowboys are the most expensive, most valuable franchise in the world of any sport. And so, congratulations to him. But yeah, at some point you got to think
about winning.
I guess to him, win or lose, he's banking. He's making his money. So, you got to keep the optimism around the star, and the money keeps rolling in.
And the amazing part of that is just that being valued at $4 billion as a franchise and haven't won a Super Bowl in 18, 19 years.
I keep wondering how long they're going to ride on that. We used to be we used to be America's team, because I would imagine it's hard to support a city with a winning team. I mean, with a losing team. It's going to be hard for them to just keep that money flowing in, but somehow he's managed to do it for the last 20 years. So
Our last question, Guy, do you ever sense fan frustration based on something like that? Because it's one thing for you to just keep telling me, because I mean, we're almost 2 decades since Emmett and Troy and those guys brought a championship.
Right. Yeah, every once in a while, like there was frustration when they went 8-8, 8-8, 8-8, 3 straight seasons in a row. There was a lot of frustration during that time. But the bottom line is, win or lose, people want to see what's going on with the Cowboys. Jerry Jones is like,
the Donald Trump of football.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good analogy. Yeah, because everybody wants to know what's going on with the Cowboys, whether they're winning or losing. Then you should, you guys need to take a field trip. I wish you had come to this game just to see how full the stadium was. Hear the noise and the feeling inside of AT&T Stadium. It's ridiculous. One day you guys are gonna have to take a field trip out here.
All right, thank you, Guy Rawlins. To you. And under Tony Romo, I want to say they've only been to like one NFC Championship game. So for them to be growing in value is almost astonishing. But that lets you know how their fan base, being from Texas, Houston, the Oilers barely used to get any love, and the Texans really don't get any love. It's really the Cowboys own the state. Even when I played down in San Antonio, we had that year after Katrina, or the same year as Katrina, excuse me, everything was Cowboys. And I'm thinking, aren't we closer to Houston? But everything is Cowboys.
Ever since they changed the name from the Oilers.
That state. But the Dallas Cowboys losing to the Falcons, Julio having a big game. Pittsburgh, St. Louis up in the Dome. Only exciting thing was the field caught on fire. Can we show that video? I'm quite sure a lot of you have seen it. During the introductions, you can see the flames come up. And right there at the bottom right of your screen, you saw a little fire start on the turf. That turf is artificial. It's made with a lot of tires. That black stuff that you sometimes see jump up is just shredded tires they use as filler, which really does help with falling and the condition of your knees and joints like that. Some of those flames hit the field. It was like a 20-minute delay to put it out, and that was about the most exciting thing of the game. I must say that it was a 12-6 game. Ben Roethlisberger got hurt. Mike Vick had to come in, and from that point on, it just was a grind to get over Ben Roethlisberger out 4 to 6 weeks. They're saying with a sprained MCL, so we will see how fast Big Ben, who we all know will play with an injury, so they just got to get him close to being able to play, and he will show back up. Quick recovery there, Ben. The Steelers playing well and winning. They're now 2-1. The Rams are 1-3. Up in New Jersey, I don't know why they say New York, but the stadium's in New Jersey. The Jets taking on the Jets! Jets! Taking on the Eagles, and for at least one day, the Eagles decide to open up their wings and do a little flying. This offense has sputtered all year. Chip Kelly under the gun, because mainly he got rid of all the superstars that we knew from the Eagles over the last 2 years in his tenure. But this game was all first half action. It was 24-7 at half. The Eagles held on. Ryan Fitzpatrick, whenever you see him having to throw the ball 60 times, they probably lost. He's just not that kind of quarterback to be throwing the ball like that. Brandon Marshall trying to flip the ball, made a stupid play.
I wish we could do a montage of all of 60 some odd of his throws, because some of them were like, like get it away.
But some quarterbacks, you can tell how the day went, and he is not that prolific of a thrower to throw the ball 60 times. I mean, he only threw for 280 yards with 60 throws. That lets you know right there the production of the day. He's a guy that you want really maximum 25 throws. The rest of them, you want them to be runs. Yeah, you want to have the running game going, and that's the thing they're going to have to do. They are 2-1, better than I think a lot of people thought with Geno Smith being out. But Geno was in uniform, standing on the sideline, but I don't think he's going to get his job without an injury back from Ryan Fitzpatrick. I just think it's over. But Sam Bradford, a terrible day once again. He completed 50% of his passes, 118 yards. It was more Sproles and return game and special teams and things like that, but they did win. The Eagles now have a victory. Baltimore, who plays the Steelers this Thursday night. As I said, the Chiefs and the Packers tonight. The Ravens losing to Cincinnati yesterday now have to turn around and play a wounded Pittsburgh team, and nobody agreed with me when I said these Thursday night games are going to be killer, especially this early in the year. Your first month is when you have most of your injuries in the NFL, and now you're trying to turn around. Even if Ben's knee wasn't 4 to 6 weeks, if it was just a little bruise, he can't get back by Thursday. The quick turnaround. It's like I almost can't even get a practice in. Especially if I got to travel. I don't know who's traveling where, but if I got to travel to you, then that means Wednesday I'm back on the highway. I'm back in the air. So I got home. I got like 48 hours to try to get my wounded ready to try to play another game this early in the season. And I think it's doing a lot of damage. And if you watch these games, they always are a drag. It's nothing exciting about them because of that. You're trying to do something that really takes 5 to 6 days.
In 2 days.
In 2 days of recovery. And Big Kenny,
it's going to be like the WNBA soon. People just stop watching.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to stop watching that Thursday night game. That's really, I feel the same way. And they keep, after they play it, they get 10 days off. And trust me, they would rather play just every 7 days than you to offer them like that's the benefit. It's not a benefit if I'm having to stay in rehab the whole 10 days.
Right.
Thursday's not going to be interesting. We'll watch How to Get Away with Murder on Thursdays.
How to Get Away
instead of football. Scandal.
Oh man, that show kills me too. With Annalise Keating pulling them wigs off.
And she's the worst walking woman in the world.
It's a far-fetched show, to say the least. But her and that wig changing is incredible. But Andy Dalton playing big, 3 touchdowns, 380 yards, beating the Ravens yesterday. The Ravens are 0-3. Joe,
see, when Ray Rice was playing,
they never had a record.
I ain't saying that he should have been punching his wife. I'm just saying when he was stretching out, they was winning.
That's all you said.
You're right. You're right. And as a team, they had 18 carries for 36 yards.
That's a lot of doing nothing.
That is, 36 yards rushing as a team, not just one guy. They're leading.
Rush 36.
Justin Forsett, who's the leading carrier yesterday, 10 carries, 13 yards. I got that right now, Big King.
See,
I can get you 13 yards.
Ray Rice drug his wife farther than that out the elevator. You know what I'm saying? He drove to farther than 13 yards out the elevator. Come on, baby. Wake up. Wake up. The season on the line.
Are you saying maybe he should get a tryout?
I'm just saying. I ain't saying. I'm just saying. That's all.
And up in Minnesota, trying to get a new stadium, the guy is back, as he said. AD all day. Adrian Peterson, 20 carries, 126 yards, and can y'all pull up that one stupid run he had, please?
Knee majors. AD all day.
He ran yesterday. He had like a 50-yard touchdown. It just was like you would start thinking he was on steroids, like Big Kenny is saying. But 2 touchdowns.
Sir, switch a lot.
6 yards a carry. It was 43-yard touchdown run. If we can pull that up. Teddy Bridgewater only having to throw the ball 24 times. This is what I was saying with like a Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Right.
He needs to be in a system where it's very limited throwing. And we're just going to run the ball and play some defense, and you make a couple of passes, 24 throws. The Vikings are 2-1. They beat the Chargers 31-14. They pulled Phillip Rivers out the game, put Kellen Clemens in later in the game. He didn't do much better than Phillip Rivers, and people forgot about Phillip Rivers.
You know, Phillip Rivers was hoping he wouldn't do well. Like, please don't let him do good. Then when he does horrible, he comes to the sideline. Phillip Rivers like, hey, don't worry about it. It happens. It'll be all right.
I can start next week.
Yeah.
But the Vikings have a lot of talent. They have AD back on the field. And they have enough talent around him, Teddy Bridgewater, to not have that pressure of having to win games right now. Here's the play right here, Big Kenny True. That's knee majors, as Big Kenny called. He stiff arms this guy, hits the sideline. Get out of that. Come on, let's run.
Catch me if you can.
Catch me as you can. He is back. We missed that kind of play, didn't we?
Running like he chasing a kid with a switch.
Game back. Your legs just your mind is working. Your legs just ain't spinning.
Right.
So you are running fast in your head, and you are doing all those moves in your head, but the body is not. It's like, what are you doing? And you can see the first game, I think he had like maybe 20 yards carrying the ball, and now you see him getting back week to week.
Yeah, he's taking it out of his head. And
is there a way we can get a little bit more of that Adrian Peterson video? Because if you notice,
it was beautiful.
When he begins to run, it's amazing that right here when he cuts, you hear that sound when he goes to that burst of speed. He's better, stronger, faster. That is him.
We'll be back more of the Sports Joc Show right after this.
Hey, what's up? We're Simple Plan, here for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
Want to make a difference? It's simple. Be responsible. Plan ahead.
Designate before you celebrate.
Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
It's that.
Advocate. Volunteer. Live United. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
There's hundreds of fun and simple things you and your family can do to live a healthier lifestyle. Here's 20 of them. Walk to work, walk the dog, have the dog walk you, take a hike, take a bike, skate, dance, hop, jump, do the Humpty Hump, skip seconds, skip dessert, skip to my lube, don't skip breakfast, drink H2O, lower your sodium, raise the roof, shake your booty, stock up on vegetables, and don't forget to eat them. Search We Can online to find more ways you and your family can get healthy together. A message from the Ad Council, HHS, and NIH's We Can program.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin' Street? Girlin' Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Sports Joc Show. I'm the Sports Joc, Wayne Gandy. As we left, we were talking about Adrian Peterson, 31. The Vikings, San Diego 14 up in Cleveland. They gave the ball back to Josh McCown after his injury. Johnny Manziel was a spectator. McCown comes back, throws 50 times for 340 yards. Decent day. Cleveland problem is the same thing I said with the Jets. They have to improve the running game. They have quarterbacks where they need a more efficient running game. They only had 39 yards on 14 carries. So they didn't do much. But the Raiders, with why are you laughing?
Jared's on the phone.
Oh, here we go.
I think this guy likes Jared to call in. He doesn't even let me finish the report. I don't understand how I'm supposed to deliver the story. I haven't even finished the report.
Just let Jared finish it.
Jared, are you there?
Uh-oh.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, Jared. Your team won yesterday.
We should have just kept. We should have kept pretending like we couldn't hear it because the one time they won and he couldn't be.
No, they won 3 times, I think.
No, they're 2-1. David Carr had a big performance, throwing for 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Who was that?
David Carr. Yeah.
No, Derek Carr, his brother.
Oh. Okay.
That's his little brother.
Oh, okay. That's what confused me. I was thinking, wow, this dude's still playing.
This is his second year, Derek Carr. Charles Woodson, the interception in the ball at the end of the game. Amari Cooper having a big game. Alabama's wide receivers had huge days yesterday. That's Amari Cooper. Lots of speed, lots of size. Interesting thing, they had a running back, Latavius Murray, run for 139 yards. I don't even know who that is. I don't know what college he went to or anything. Maybe Jared can tell me. Jared, are you there?
I'm here.
Latavius Murray, what college is he from?
I don't know.
University of Central
Florida. He was a late round pick.
I thought you was a Raider fan.
Yeah, I don't care what college you went to. I'm an NFL fan.
See, that right there lets you know.
Don't let him call in.
Yeah, on the wall, because a true fan of a team even knows colleges, high school.
Nah.
Okay, well, he's from Titusville, Florida. Let me help you out.
I know that Julio Jones went to Alabama. I know that Roddy White went to UAB. I know that Matt Ryan went to Boston College. I know that Jake Matthews went to Texas A&M. I know who the key players.
Fresno State. How about that?
I guess Jared says as much losing as he puts up with, he ain't gonna be keeping stats too.
I don't need a background check.
You don't need a background check. That is the Raider way. Never check the background. But good, congratulations on your win. You're 2-1. And how you feeling today?
I'm feeling good, man. It's the first time in September where the season's not over.
There's hope. Is that what you're saying?
There's hope. And plus, we going to Chicago. Do you know if Cutler's playing?
It don't matter. Chicago, they're so sorry. It doesn't matter who the quarterback is. I wouldn't even put Jay Cutler back out there. I would just be done.
You think we're going to be 3-1 then?
Oh, yeah. It's another victory. You catching a whole bunch of people. The 4 or 5 teams is worse than the Raiders. Y'all are catching them right at the right time. So, hey, enjoy the wins, because Chicago, I saw them play yesterday against Seattle. It was 26-0 the week before.
Hey, I love the new studio, too, man.
The new studio, it's the same studio on the other side.
We just shifted our chairs around, actually.
You're still having the same technical issues, though. It looks like I'm watching a old Japanese kung fu flick. Your voice is moving.
we have our lips moving, but you cannot hear the sound.
Daniel, you want to fight?
Well, thank you, Jared, for calling in.
And congratulations, dude.
Sports Crane style.
Oh, man. Carolina taking on New Orleans. New Orleans without Drew Brees. I tried to tell you all about Drew Brees' arm. They're saying that it's a bruise to the rotator cuff. I'm telling you, it is 38 years old and out of ammo. He's going to need that break. The funny thing was to see Luke McGowan, who is Josh McGowan's brother, who started for Cleveland. Luke is the one who does those television commercials.
Is it the Verizon?
It's a Verizon or Sprint or something.
The backup system.
So the backup finally got in the game. Played a pretty decent game. One interception, threw for 31 of 38. So he was efficient when he threw the ball. But Cam Newton doing enough throwing and running yesterday to win against the Saints. Big win for Carolina, who is 3-0. So the Falcons have a lot of competition with the Carolina. I think that's the only person that can threaten them. When you look at the schedule, I think the Falcons can beat the Saints twice, the Bucs twice. When it comes to Carolina, those two games is going to come down to who wins this division and how it's playing out with all these injuries. Won't be surprised to see both of them make the playoffs with how the division is going. Breeze is out, things like that. Jay Cutler and the Bears not doing anything. So big game from Cam yesterday, 27-22. Moving on out to Arizona, Big Kenny. They gave Colin Kaepernick a whole bunch of money, and Kaepernick is giving them a whole bunch of brown stuff that comes from the backside in return. 47-7. His first two of his first three passes were interceptions for touchdowns. I was watching this game, and they asking me, and I said the two things you can never weigh in sports, especially for male athletes. You can never weigh what is going to happen when you give an athlete money, and you can never estimate how athletes are going to act when they have access to women. Those are the two things. I can figure out how high you can jump. I can figure out how far you can run, but I cannot figure when I give you this $100 million, will you keep the fire going? Or when you can get a date with Beyonce, will you still play the same way? I can't measure that. And in Kaepernick's case, that money seems to, he doesn't even look like he cares. He's rocking the whole Middle Eastern look. I don't know if y'all can find a picture of so Big Kenny, he got the whole.
I don't know what that has to do with anything, my friend. I don't know how that has to do with anything.
But he doesn't even take the feel like, let's go guys, or let's win, or any of that. He's just sitting over there, 47-7. They're 1-2. They don't look good on offense in any way at all. And quietly, the Arizona Cardinals are 3-0. The Cardinals played good last year, and that's him cleaned up. If you saw him yesterday when it was a little rough,
a little longer,
he really doesn't look like he's into it, and hopefully he can bounce back. But right now, he's one of them guys that you gave some money to. That hunger is gone.
You wish you could take it back.
And you wish you could get rid of him, but you can't, at least for this year. Somebody who seems that they have realized they might need to get some money and move out of Orlando, Chris Johnson, who used to play for Tennessee, who used to play for the Jets. Remember back in February, he was in a drive-by shooting where his driver got shot and killed while he was in the car. 22 carries, 110 yards, 2 TDs. He's looking like a man who has realized it ain't always, home is not always welcoming as you think it is. So he's running like the Chris Johnson of old, even at an older age at 31 years old, which is pretty old for a running back. Who have we left off? Oh, Miami. Let's show Miko Grimes. She's been arrested. She got arrested before the game trying to break the barricade. We cannot play you the volume because she is cursing. When they went to arrest her, from what the police report says, she headbutted the female police officer. So that was part of the charge. That is her on the ground. Brett Grimes is her husband. He plays cornerback. You Atlanta Falcon fans might remember her. She was always loud and proud at the games. You would swear she was playing cornerback in the way she handles herself. She's one of those wives that handles herself as though she running routes and things like that.
That's what she's protecting her chick.
And this was before the game. She tried to cross a police barricade. They told her that she could not cross the barricade, and she just went all nuts, Big Kenny.
He didn't have like a pass for his wife, nothing like that. She didn't have some sort of credentials around her neck.
I'm saying, but if you think you are the player and you should have all the rights of the player
above reproach,
then you don't think you should have to stop at anything. So it might have just been the way you went at the barricade that was the whole issue. And just because you got on a player's jersey doesn't deem that I know that you are his wife or whatever. I mean, all the particulars haven't come out in this, but the particular of her head-butting the arresting officer.
Is she? Yeah,
we know that. We do know that much.
Yeah, I think
we know
he's
that.
afraid of
We
it too.
don't know everything, but the head-butting, I think we gonna confirm that. We're gonna go ahead and put that under the facts category.
So we got that part of it, and she's a nice girl, but if you ever meet her, you can tell
who wears the pants.
She's a nice girl in between all the head-butting and getting arrested.
We got money. We got this. We got that. I was with you before you became Brett Grimes, because Grimes was one of those players that when I was playing, they had just got him. He was a late round pick, not a lot of confidence, wasn't making a lot of money.
And
now she has let the money in the position of him go to her head, and now she's on the pavement outside the stadium embarrassing him and his family.
Calm it down, Miko.
And them 3 kids they got. So explain that to your daycare workers.
Hey man, your mama was on worldstarhiphop.com.
We'll be back on the Sports Joc Show in just a second.
Tell me now, baby, is it good to you? And can he do to you the things that I do? Oh no, I can take you high.
Can you tell if these vegetables are being contaminated with bacteria that could cause paralysis? Listen, you can't see it either. Use different cutting boards so that the bacteria in raw meats and seafood and their juices doesn't touch prep surfaces for other foods like veggies. Raw food may contain bacteria that can make you very sick, or worse. Roughly 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year, but you can keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
This is Nnamdi Asamoah. I play football for the Philadelphia Eagles, but what I do off the field with United Way might be more important. I'm a volunteer tutor and mentor. Why? Because over 1 million kids a year drop out of school, and that's not okay. It takes 12 years to create a graduate, but it takes about the same time to create a dropout. And the difference between a child becoming one or the other could be me, or it could be you. Studies show that if we get to these kids earlier, their chances are better, and kids who read well by 3rd grade are more likely to graduate. So join me in United Way. Suit up and take the pledge. Become a volunteer reader, tutor, or mentor. Because when a child succeeds, we all succeed. Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Take the pledge at unitedway.org. Brought to you by United Way, the Ad Council, and the National Football League.
Right now, nearly 30% of U.S. students aren't finishing high school. In many places, it's even higher than that. And fixing it is a responsibility that we all share. This is President Obama, and I urge everyone to take responsibility for encouraging the high school students in your communities, to support them, challenge them, and do whatever it takes to help them make it through.
Do your part by going to boostup.org and giving a student the boost that's needed to make it to graduation. A message from the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Steven.
Who said that?
Me, down here.
Ugh, what are you, a yellow booger?
I'm a banana slug, Steven.
What are you doing in my room?
I'm your sense of adventure. It's been a long time since we've had an adventure in the forest.
Mom took me to the forest last year.
I'm a slug, Steven. It took me a long time to get here.
You're right. I should get out.
Yeah, the forest is not that far away.
Hey, Mom!
Come to the forest where the more adventurous you lives. Check out discovertheforest.org for cool places nearby. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to
Then what you're
going
to do is turn onto Marcy Avenue.
just broke up
and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Remix. All I see over here ain't nothing but a lot of honeys looking for a man and with a lot of money bottles in their hand and short shirts, honeys trying to show that slope. Lined up trying to get through the velvet rope. Cause over here when the jams drop, everybody bug. Standing on the couches like this side club. Got the Bacardi and Cristal mixing too. Knowing in the morning I'ma feel the blues. But the jams
Welcome back to the Sports Joc Show. I'm the Sports Joc, Wayne Gandy. We have reached the 11 o'clock hour. In our next segment, we're going to talk to our man Todd Harris. Major League Baseball, last week of the season coming up. I'm quite sure he's glad his Dodgers are where they are. The great Yogi Berra at the age of 90 passing away. We'll get to talk to Todd about that as well. Out of Chicago, AC/DC, the group trashed Wrigley Field. They're having a hard time putting it back together. That's because the Cubs rarely do anything on it. That's why it's just y'all will get that if you follow a little baseball. The Cubs rarely do anything on it. AC/DC is headed to Dodger Stadium next week, and those officials have already let them know, hey, we ain't having all that. You ain't going to just tear up our infield. But you would think an AC/DC concert, you would already expect that they're going to be wild, a whole bunch of 50-plus people. That's their fan base. 50-plus people, so, you know, they think it's, what was that old Stockwood or Woodstock? So they're going to be smoking reefer. They don't smoke regular, they just smoke reefer. I know y'all too. Yeah, y'all do white paper and only. Y'all ain't like that new school though, they want some of that black paper, like that black burger. But interesting, sad story. You know, tomorrow, as of now, Georgia will have their first female death row inmate put to death in 70 years. Kelly Gizen-Daner, for having her boyfriend kill her husband back in the late 90s. So we're not going to get on the controversy of that at all. I was reading the article, and it was telling me she was supposed to be executed back on March the 2nd. They had a stay because of, around the whole country, execution drugs have been under review. But her meal on March the 2nd, because we always talk about what would be your death row meal on the show, hers was cornbread, buttermilk, 2 Burger King Whoppers with cheese, 2 large order of fries, a cherry vanilla ice cream, popcorn, and lemonade. She also had a salad with boiled eggs, tomatoes, green peppers, onions, carrots, cheese, and Paul Newman buttermilk dressing. I've never tried that Paul Newman, but I might grab me some today just so I can feel closer to you, Miss Gizen-Daner. This time around, she just asked for something simple. She wanted some cheese dip and nachos this time around. So it's very interesting, her last meal. Mine is, barbecue. Y'all know what mine would be, ribs and ribs and ribs. No sides. Just keep the pork coming. I'm going anyway, so I might as well just let the blood pressure just go as high as it wants. And before I bring my co-host back on real quickly, just to get this out the way, because I laughed when it happened, Fetty Wap crashing on the motorcycle. I didn't even know you could get a license for a bicycle with one eye. But this man is a rapper. He is probably one of the most popular rappers of 2015. He does all that harmonizing, singing, hello, with a player. And he does, that's like 90% of the song, and then he'll let, somebody come in on it. But he crashed on a motorcycle. Fetty Wap is from Philly. He was on some biker day or something. He was riding around, broke his leg in 3 places. But making no joke about this, I didn't know you could even get a license to drive with only use of one eye. So maybe my 2 co-hosts, the funny man himself, Big Kenny, Chicago's finest, and the truth, Miss Renee Jemison, am I wrong or am I right? Can you get a license with one eye?
Yeah, I haven't had time to pull that up yet, but I'm not sure. Clearly, it probably shouldn't have happened.
Do we have a video?
Won't you come my way?
They didn't have a video of him. They just had his
leg.
His leg.
I don't know.
But he crashed and he was laying on the ground, and he, I just thought it was funny because how do you see out of a mirror?
You turn your head
on a motorcycle. Turn your head. You can't even turn your head that far. You talking about a blind
He does
spot.
He does it like The Exorcist. It turns around 360 degrees.
I mean, he got a true blind spot.
It's a periscope.
License. That's actually Googleable.
But that is.
Cited by the police for the crash.
He's been cited by the police. And see, it's funny because he's only got one eye.
Yeah, you can be licensed if the vision in the good eye is warrants you getting a license. So
for a motorcycle,
yeah, one good eye.
Well, he didn't have a license. Driving without a license, driving without insurance, and failing to provide valid registration.
Oh no!
Hold on. Wait. Let's revisit this. Driving without a license, driving without insurance, and no registration. Did anybody mention the fact that he had one eye? Nobody thought to ask him about that. Mr. Fetty Wap, is it Mr. Wap? How do they address him, Mr. Wap? We see that you don't have any insurance, but also we would like to ask you about the missing eye.
Yeah, I don't know.
You have to have 20/60 in one eye and at least 140-degree field of vision. So there are requirements. You can drive with one eye.
I did not know
in
that.
Georgia.
If you're a robot.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So Bob Whitfield,
but
this man is
just because you can do it don't mean you need to, because look at the results.
You hear Sports Joc calling out Bob Whitfield.
No, I'm saying Bob thought he was doing something playing football with, he only has partial
limited vision
in one eye. So we always gave him props for being able to do something and not have his full vision in one eye.
And he can drive too.
Yeah, he can drive, but I didn't think you could have no sight in an eye, because Fetty Wap has no sight in his eye.
Yeah, I've seen that.
He has no eye.
Yeah,
it's not like
just call it.
it's a missing eye.
Okay.
So. I mean, but if you can date a trap queen, I guess you can do just about anything with one eye.
Well, he just wants to introduce her to the stove.
Okay. Yeah.
He wants her to cook something for him to eat.
Right.
Yeah.
That's not
it.
how
That's it.
goes?
That's exactly it.
In October is right around the corner. Make sure you get a copy of Donald Trump's book.
Nope.
It's coming out October the 27th.
Yay.
I'm not going to do it.
Birthdays for the week. Mystical, 45. I know. Denard Robinson, 25 of the Jaguars. Trinidad James, 28. Matt Kemp of the Chargers. The Padres. 31 years old. He was with the Dodgers, then they sent him to the Padres.
The Padres.
Regan Smith, the NASCAR driver, 32. Lil Wayne, 33.
Yeah.
Lisa Ray McCoy, 48. Bruce Springsteen, 66. Gwyneth Paltrow, 43. Trick Daddy Dollar, a real lady.
You don't know
scholar.
now.
You don't know now. You don't want to play that up in here.
You don't know now.
42 years old. Anderson, 33. Young Jeezy, 38.
Right all in your house.
Barbara Walters, 86.
All the trap masters had birthdays, didn't they? Trick Daddy and Young Jeezy and Trick. Can you imagine that conversation? They sitting around. Somebody want to go get something to eat. You don't know now. Yeah.
Michael Douglas, 71. Scottie Pippen had his 50th birthday. Will Smith, 47. T.I., 35. Another trap
king. Another trap rap king.
Christina Milian, 34. Chauncey Billups, 39. Alden Smith of the Raiders, 26. Mean Joe Green, 69 years old.
Thanks, Mean Joe.
John Harbaugh, the brother of Jim Harbaugh, 53. Brandon Jennings, 26. And So Def, founder, and the man who really brought Atlanta music to the mainstream is
Papa Smurf.
43 years old, Jermaine Dupri.
Happy birthday, JD.
Happy birthday to you, Jay.
He put the A on the map.
Yeah.
Him in the beret, tat.
Jump. Everybody got
Chris
to jump. That's all the way
Used to be
back.
my neighbors.
Used to be a dancer for Houdini. When you a dancer for
I mean,
Houdini?
and really, who hasn't been? That's how I got my start.
It was in the Wild Wild West video.
That was Kumo D.
Oh, okay.
Yes. He was a rival crew.
Jamal Anderson, once again, the former Falcon. He was arrested
Toe up,
for
drink. Toe up, drink. Faded, drink. Faded, drink.
He was arrested last week for drunk driving. His
cannot get
third DUI in the last 5 years. Does he keep his license?
I don't know, but I'm saying anytime you go in for the DUI and it's the first time, most judges are willing to give you the look. I was going through some stuff. I made a poor decision, but by about the third time you get in front of them, all of the I made a poor decision is out the window. They don't want to hear that anymore. You made a poor decision for the third time, Jamal. Come on, dude.
In 4 years too. It was in 4 years. Third time in 4 years. And the fourth case was, remember, he was at the tavern up in Buckhead where he was caught with marijuana and cocaine sniffing off of the back of the toilet seat. Y'all don't remember that?
He needs help.
Really? Because you could have lost that cocaine in the toilet.
Tell you, who does that, right?
Yeah, you could have lost that cocaine in the toilet. You need help. Somebody to hold a mirror
That
for
was
you.
careless of you, Jamal.
Yeah, that was.
We'll be back with our man Todd Harris right after this.
So, I'm a dog, and I'm kind of new to this family, but I've noticed a trend. My humans do this thing where they go around and get all my toys and hide them in this basket, but it's always the same basket, and it's always the same place. And then they act so surprised when I find them, but I'm like, hello, that's where you put it last time. Humans are the worst at hide and go seek.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Can you tell if these vegetables are being contaminated with bacteria that could cause paralysis? Listen, you can't see it either. Use different cutting boards so that the bacteria in raw meats and seafood and their juices doesn't touch prep surfaces for other foods like veggies. Raw food may contain bacteria that can make you very sick, or worse. Roughly 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year, but you can keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
You don't usually get a stock tip from a 16-year-old, but I'm here to tell you about a different kind of stock. It's called Better Futures, a stock for social change that's not about making money. Instead, you invest to help students like me go to college, which ends up making the future better for all of us. My name is Alicia, and I'm your dividend.
Invest in better futures with UNCF. Visit uncf.org/invest. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, but a wonderful thing to invest in. Brought to you by UNCF and the Ad Council.
The odds of becoming a signed artist and having 3 #1 albums? 1 in 100 million. The odds of going on to win 6 Grammy Awards? 1 in 1.4 million. The odds of this performer having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 110. I'm Toni Braxton, and I encourage you to learn the signs of autism at autismspeaks.org. Autism Speaks. It's time to listen. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
There's hundreds of fun and simple things you and your family can do to live a healthier lifestyle. Here's 20 of them. Walk to work, walk the dog, have the dog walk you, take a hike, take a bike, skate, dance, hop, jump, do the Humpty Hump, skip seconds, skip dessert, skip to my loo, don't skip breakfast, drink H2O, lower your sodium, raise the roof, shake your booty, stock up on vegetables, and don't forget to eat them. Search We Can online to find more ways you and your family can get healthy together. A message from the Ad Council, HHS, and NIH's We Can program.
Welcome back to the Sports Joc Show. I'm the Sports Joc, Wayne Gandy. Major League Baseball winding down. The regular season is coming to a close. It's been a quick season. Hasn't seemed like it's been that long, but they're down to their last 5-7 games for some teams. Some teams are already locked to be in the playoffs. Some teams are just fighting for position in the playoffs. As I said, we was going to bring our man Todd Harris, scout for the Dodgers, East Cobb coach. Good morning to you, Todd. Is Todd there? Todd, can you hear me? Hello? There's no Todd on the line.
New location.
Same
old Sports Joc Show.
But when we get Todd on the line, we'll talk to
They
him.
look serious as they try and figure it out too.
That's bad because on what it might be, our list said location, and then the next thing was engineers. So now that we know it's not the location that's messing us up,
it's the talent.
Yeah, we can start crossing off the other thing.
Let's show that Bryce Harper. Can we show the Bryce Harper video, please? Bryce Harper and his teammate Jonathan Papelbon got into an argument in the dugout yesterday right here, Big Kenny Truth. Somebody didn't like some. I don't know if Harper didn't run it out. And don't be mad at them. Be mad at the Mets. Because they were supposed to win the division. Tempers are flaring. I like at the end how what happened? That wasn't my fault. But that happened yesterday, as I said.
It was like a Mason Gill bad producer reenactment, wasn't it?
That hand went directly to the throat.
Didn't nobody jump into that fight, though. They just let them people go.
They wanted to see what was going to happen.
But when you look at this, the Washington Nationals were one of those teams preseason. People really felt like they would represent in the World Series. They are on the verge of not even making the playoffs at all. The Mets have locked that division up, and you can really see how tempers are flaring. Pete Rose last week also met with the commissioner, Rob Manfred, trying to still get reinstated. Come
on, man. let me back in.
Is Todd on the line now? Todd, are you there, sir?
Yeah, how you doing, Big Wayne?
How's it going? Todd Harris, Major League Scout for the Dodgers, coach over at East Cobb. Good morning to you.
Pretty good. How you doing, Big Wayne?
I'm doing good. A-Rod, comeback player of the year or not? Can we give him that trophy?
Hey, I'm going to be honest. I'll be the first to admit there's no way I thought he would hit 30 or more home runs and to come back a year after being off. In New York, when everybody's got a little microscope on him, I'm going to have to give him some props, and I'm going to have to give him that. There's no way that they would be in the playoffs if it wasn't for him. So, I got to give
He got those long-lasting PEDs. they last 12 hours.
But you have to also, Todd, don't you have to applaud him on how he's handled the media? Like the whole year, there hasn't been no misquoting or any kind of. He just went and played baseball.
And I actually thought his mouth would probably get him in a little bit more trouble and with his teammates and just in general, just kind of run his mouth about just different stuff. But, he's been a model citizen and a model player as far as New York goes and as far as for A-Rod goes. I've not heard one single bad thing that he's done as far as with teammates, because normally he used to kind of not be around his teammates as much and kind of had his own little thing going once they went on road trips. He kind of would separate himself, but you really hadn't heard a lot of that at all this year. So I'm going to be honest, I'm very, very surprised. That's good for him.
Yeah, no Cameron Diaz, no Kate Hudson. He just went out and played ball and then left all that drama to the side. And 32 home runs and DHing. Pete Rose pleading once again to get back in the Hall of Fame. Should we just wait to Pete die? When will this happen? Because it'll happen.
He's supposed to make a decision, Manfred. He's supposed to make a decision by the end of the year. And from what I've been kind of hearing, and it's not going to happen. Now, again, I think it's been a long, long time. I just think if Pete Rose would admit it to some of the stuff early on in the process, I think he would have been in the Hall of Fame by now. But I just not ever kind of admitting to it. And I'm hearing that the discussions were good with him and Pete Rose, Manfred and Pete Rose. But I just personally don't see it happen. I just don't see how they could, kind of make it happen for him at this particular time. But I do think it's good to have the discussions about it. I think they may say no at this point, from what I'm being told. But as it goes on, he said he's not going to make a decision until towards the end of the year. I think it's no right now, but just like anybody else, as time goes on, I think it may have a shot at happening later on as far as, towards the end of the year if it does happen.
Yeah, I think it would probably be either the day he announces he has prostate cancer, or what do they call that? Postmortem
after he's dead.
When they put you in after, what do they call that?
Posthumous.
Something like that.
Posthumous.
They'll stick him in after that, but they're gonna need the benefit from him going in. If he can get on like prostate cancer, you know how they love you when you get cancer. Now they hate you when you don't.
Oh yeah, well, when something like that happens, everybody's got a sympathetic heart then, and
right.
You know what I mean. Just kind of they'll put him in that day of. If that was to happen,
I don't think cancer would do it because they asked Pete about it and he says he bets that it'll be posthumous.
Oh, stop.
He said they're probably. I'm just saying, man.
He's taking the odds.
He's taking odds on when he'll get in, and that's the only thing hurting him is he just can't shake the monkey. He can't get it off his back.
The Mets.
Oh, that was a good one.
The New York Mets, one of the top records in baseball. How surprised are you of the Mets?
I'm gonna be honest. There's no way I would have thought that if you'd have told me the New York Mets was making the playoffs and actually went on the run that they did late on in the season, I probably would have laughed somebody out of the building. But I mean, they've kind of stuck it together and I don't know if it's so much of the Washington Nationals, what they have going on with their whole organization and how they're putting things together with them. They have the best talent, the Washington Nationals, but I just think the Mets just play really good as a team. And in this day and age, I think that matters a little bit more than anything. Obviously, if you've seen Bryce Harper and Papelbon kind of getting into it yesterday, that kind of just tells you what's going on with that team and what the New York Mets kind of done as a team collectively. I actually didn't realize he was such a good player that he was as far as in his days when he played. I just kind of mainly remember the days as far as managing, as far as coaching, some of those particular aspects. But I didn't realize how good of a player he was and how much. I mean, you hear about his name, just all the time, just constantly when you talk about New York. As far as about the Yankee fan base and players, just love being around him. When Jeter really kind of goes out and says something, because Jeter is a man of few words. When he kind of goes in and says something about you, that kind of says a lot, because Jeter doesn't speak about anybody, much less, in a situation like that. When he goes on record and kind of says really, really good things and how much he meant to that franchise as far as keeping those players and just keeping everybody kind of in the boat when things were going bad and when things weren't going bad. And then Don Mattingly saying something as well. He said when he was coming up with the Yankees, he was a big part of, his success there, and just kind of giving him confidence, talking to him on a day-to-day basis. So I guess you don't really see that kind of stuff day in and day out, what he really brought to the table as far as with the players in the Yankees organization.
Well, Todd, thank you for calling in, and we'll talk to you soon with the playoffs right around the corner.
Sounds good. Go Dodgers.
That's why he was putting down the National League East for the National League West. But that's how you're supposed to support your team. Todd Harris out for the Dodgers. We're going to go to break. When we come back, scoreboard, East Lake FedEx Cup, $10 million.
And panty lines.
And panty lines. Yeah. We'll be back for the Sports Joc Show in just a second.
Uncontrolled high blood pressure is serious, and I can quit whenever I want. Why can't we get back to when you checked on me? I don't want to leave, but remember, when I quit, you quit. Sincerely, your heart.
Listen to your heart. Don't let it quit on you. High blood pressure can lead to a stroke, heart attack, or death. Get yours to a healthy...
Fighting left with bunny ears. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier, and it could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. Visit 2min2x.org to find out more. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.
A boy born in Joplin, Missouri was fascinated by anything with wheels and a motor. The odds of him going on to fascinate millions with his talent? 1 in 260,000. The odds of him having 15 career NASCAR victories? 1 in 1.7 million. The odds of a child being diagnosed with autism? 1 in 68. I'm Jamie McMurray, and my niece has autism. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/signs. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Hey, let me ask you something. Would you seat your 3-year-old child on a windowsill? Would you seat them beside a lit fireplace or by the deep end of a pool? One last question. Would you seat your child in a car seat that's not correct for them? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Secure their future. Seat them in the correct car seat. For more information, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the Sports Joc Show. I'm the Sports Joc, Wayne Gandy. We'd like to thank our man Todd Harris for calling in, helping us with the baseball report. As I said, last week of regular season, Major League Baseball is closing in. Should be an exciting playoffs. Big Kenny mentioned Yogi Berra, the legendary Yankee, and even Todd admitted Yogi Berra is just one of those iconic heroes that was born and played before basically anybody alive was around to watch him. He's 90 years old. He was born in 1925. He was in World War II. He was on Omaha Beach way back then when they invaded Germany. He was just one of those heroes, and very few of those heroes from that era. Most of the people we know were still alive. Like when we talk about Hank Aaron, even though we might not have been visibly and knowledgeable about him, Hank was still around in the 70s playing baseball. And most of those kind of iconic figures, Yogi had retired by the mid-60s. You know, he was done. So
he was before TV.
Yeah.
I mean, because I think he coached up until maybe 73, something like that.
Yeah, he had become a coach. So
by his entire career playing, coaching, managing, all of that was over.
Yes.
By the early 70s.
He was 3-time AL MVP. He played in more games than anybody in the World Series. He won 10 championships. He's one of the top 5 Yankees of all time. But the problem is, just like I think I said on the show earlier this year, running around with my own daughter, and a song came on. I think it was Queen Latifah or even maybe Will Smith. She didn't know they were rappers.
The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
And then when she said it, I kept thinking, they wouldn't have been rapping when you were born. By the time you would have heard them in 2005 or 2006 and had a knowledge to put a name with a face or a voice with a face.
Right.
Will Smith thing really did any.
Independence Day is all she knew. Look.
Yeah, and the same thing with Queen Latifah. She wouldn't know nothing about no Black Power and all that African stuff. That unity.
And then if she did hear Will Smith rap, his lyrics were whack. This is whack. You cannot get jiggy with these.
So I think it's the same thing with iconic figures like Yogi Berra. You just hear about them. even your parents, it's hard for them to tell you. Like you said, wasn't no TV. It's still
all the fans are dead too.
Most
so there's nobody left to tell the story.
It really lets you.
Yogi
notice.
was a great player. Tell him about the time. Oh, he's dead. Hey, Marty, tell him about Marty's dead too. He died back in '73.
and that's kind of how it really puts time in a frame to realize, like, everybody sitting in this studio, by the time he had been retired, by the time we were born.
Yeah.
So he had done his thing, so you wouldn't know him as a player. We knew him as a figure, Yogi Berra. Like Big King said, as a manager, you never really thought about what he did in his career.
And no Twitter feed to keep him alive.
When I see little kids running around talking about Michael Jordan, it's like, what would you even know about Michael
Well, they're the
Jordan
shoes.
other than the shoe? You're just hearing stories. I went back and watched some of Ali's old tape. I remember when Ali fought Holmes, but I didn't remember the 70s when he was doing all that. So I went and did research, so I would actually know what I'm sitting here watching. But the last
What's up with this Thrill in Manila thing?
by the time I was old enough to actually know what a boxing match was, he fought Holmes in like '82. But anything he would have done in the '70s, I wouldn't know at 6 years old.
It's different with the kids and Jordan,
though. I mean, and Michael Jordan's been retired. What he retired? 2000.
Well, it's different with the kids and the Jordans because every time you have to go buy a kid some Jordans for what they cost, the parent makes sure that they know the history behind it. Well, do you know how many points that he hit in the playoffs? He had the flu. You put these shoes on, you need to respect Michael Jordan. And they have to watch his game films, and they remember him back in North Carolina. It's some 6-year-old sitting there could quote all of his stats. Yeah, and then he left and he went and played baseball.
In the world of soccer, the federal court in Brazil has frozen the assets of Neymar. They say he owes $16 million in back taxes. They have frozen all his accounts over in Sao Paulo, Brazil, until he pays them their $16 million in back taxes. Barcelona will be without Lionel Messi for 2 months. He tore a ligament in his knee. I don't know how he's supposed to come back from a torn ligament in 6 weeks, but hey, modern medicine.
When your assets are frozen and it's national news, you can't even borrow money. You know, hey man, let me get $15 till Thursday. Oh, you can't even get to your money. I know. It's the oldest trick in the book. Let me borrow some money till they unfreeze my account.
Excuse me. Yeah, he had 48. They say he had assets of about 48. They have frozen all. They want their $16 million.
And even if you're sitting on 48, 16 hurt.
Yeah, that's a lot of instant money. Yeah, that's a big cut of change.
Because you probably had things planned out. Yeah, for Christmas, I'm going to give me a new car.
Yeah, that's a quarter.
Then I'm going to go get me.
That's a quarter of your money.
I'm an impressed old girl. I'm going to go get us a little condo down on the water. Then they hit you for $16 million. You're like, get out my face.
And that was just for 2011 to 2013. So they haven't even probably filed the rest of them yet. So he probably owes them half of that money, and he just ain't came off of it. Cam Newton. I love Cam. Cam went to Auburn. He brought Auburn their first modern-day national championship. Auburn did win a national championship back in the late 50s.
Back when Sports Joc played.
Cam's complaining that referee Ed Hockley, for you that watch football games, Ed would be the one that looks like an action figure. He's real cut-up referee. And this is the new age athlete. And this is all the reason I'm complaining about Cam. He had a great game, War Eagle to you. All you were supposed to do was curse Ed Hockley out. He's saying he got up, he told Ed Hockley he felt like that was a late hit. Ed told him that he was too young to get the call. And now he's going into the podium to tell everybody that's what Ed said. Now they got Ed under investigation. My conversations with the refs used to be, hey, that's a bad call, ref. Get back in the huddle, Gandy. F you, ref. F you, Gandy. Man, F you too. Whew, what was the play?
Yeah. But now.
And then you went on about your business. This here, I don't know. It's
I'm
like,
gonna tell on
it sounds
you.
like you stand at the podium with your thumb in your mouth.
Well, it's really surprising that
you're not old enough to get the call, Big Kenny.
Well, I'm saying at this level,
we watch basketball games all the time and be like, yeah, you ain't gonna get that. You ain't got your level up to Kobe. Kobe get that call.
What's most surprising to me is at this high level of competition, grown men are using words like F you. I'm just saying, just to say F. You don't even say the whole word.
It wasn't no F. We said the whole word.
I know you're just such a nice guy. You probably actually said F you. Hey, F you.
Oh, no. There's a producer over there going.
I told you half of my cursing in life has been at referees. I have no problem of not being mild mannered. It used to go back to the huddle. I never heard of actually telling on the referee.
Well, there was probably a time that a referee could have said that to a quarterback, and the quarterback would have thought, "Wow, he's saying that one day he's going to give me that call." You know what I'm saying? Wow, he puts me in that category.
Yes.
Well, one day he will give me preferential treatment based on who he sees me as now. Man, I must be really playing ball.
But right now, shut up, little boy.
But I think us as sports watchers, even in football, that's a foul against Tom Brady. Now, that call. We all watch games like that. Like you already know. Nah, you ain't gonna. Jerry Rice will get that. But who are you? You're not. You know how the young receiver be. What happened? What happened, man? You ain't Julio Jones, man. You better get on back to the huddle. That's what the ref. That's how the ref be looking at you.
And then Cam goes to the podium and he said that you're not even old enough to get that call. Cam, you just sit on the bench and nobody cares about you. He wouldn't even let me play.
And it's just, hey,
very whiny.
Yeah, it just didn't go back. And I understand, but this is just something that happens on the field.
It's football.
Well, this is what I don't understand is that he would take it to the podium and admonish the referee in front of the world and not say nothing about the person that made this suit. Do you see what I'm saying?
He
didn't have any criticism for that dude, but he just going off on the ref. So somebody ought to criticize them both. Criticize the dude that hypnotized him and made him spend money on that.
That two button camouflage.
Oh, it's horrible.
And this is what I want to know. What's going on in your life that dude could pull this out and when you go to your next game, how about the camouflage?
The
and
blue
he goes,
camouflage.
Hell yeah! You got some shoes that match? How does he even look at that and go, add that to cart? What is that?
It's from his line. He has a clothing line.
Well, so does Kanye.
He has a clothing line of camouflage blazers and socks. Is that what you said?
You don't have to repeat it.
On this episode of People with Too Much Money.
Wow. Yeah, I guess maybe him and Dwayne Wade don't start a company. I don't know.
They probably on the phone with people like Russell Westbrook. Like, I bet you I can look more ridiculous than you. I bet you can. I bet you I can. And Pete Rose is on the phone like, I bet you can.
Because everything they wear is more of attention grabbing than it is style.
It's costume like.
It's like, look at me, but you're already a superstar.
But that's
you're Cam Newton.
That illustrates
6'5",
well.
When you walk in the room, nobody misses that Cam Newton is in the room. It's not like he's a short comedian that you got to look for.
But look at his personality. He wants attention, so he goes to the podium with the ref said this and crazy clown clothes on. So
we'll be back for the Sports Joc Show right after this.
To Atlanta, jacking hammers and bows. Back to the mackin' and jacking the clothes. Adolescents packing a bow. A knock on the door. Who is it? I would happen to know the one with the flow.
So I'm a cat, and I just moved in with this new human, and she's got this little toy she's always playing with, all day long. Tap, 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 bloop, bloop. She can't put it down. There it is. Oh, and get this. She even talks to it. Last week she asked it for Chinese, and guess what? Egg rolls showed up. Like magic. Humans have cool toys.
A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the ShelterPetProject.org.
Hey, what's up? We're Simple Plan, here for RAD, recording artists, actors, and athletes against drunk driving.
How could this happen to me? I made my mistakes.
Want to make a difference? It's simple. Be responsible. Plan ahead.
Designate before you celebrate.
Friends don't let friends drive drunk.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Hey, what's up? Thinking about you. XOXOXO. Want to snuggle. ... JK. Hit me back. You getting these texts? ? We should hang later. I miss you. Holla at ya, boy. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you at home? Where are you? What are you doing? OMG. You are making me mad. Are you with your ex? You better text me back. I'm waiting outside your house.
Relentless, aggressive texting is like sending an angry robot to deliver your message. When does the robot become dangerous? Let us know at that'snotcool.com.
That'snotcool.com.
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Let me try.
Okay, just remember what I showed you.
Yep. There was a bunny who had one big ear and another big ear. They looped, made a bow, and the bunny hopped away. I did it!
Oh, good job, kiddo. Now let's tie your other shoe.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 1-877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
I'm in almost every school bus and classroom. You see me around the neighborhood, and you tell me that I'm a pretty good kid. Well, I'm 1 out of every 5 children in America, and I'm struggling with hunger. Please visit feedingamerica.org today and find your local food bank for ways to help. Every dollar you donate helps provide 8 meals for kids like me. We are Feeding America, brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Let's go. Free next year. ATL. Rockefeller. Young Jeezy. Come on. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Sports Joc Show. We got it for 17.5. No. Big Kenny got it for 17.5.
I was getting it way cheaper than that. Way cheaper. You remember I went to school down on the Gulf Coast, so it was like a direct pipeline. It really was.
The Port of New Orleans.
Boy, those were the days, huh, Sports Joc? Or when you can get a kilo of cocaine for about $14,000 and just wow.
All those good old days.
Yeah, those man, just God bless Panama.
All nostalgic. Look at you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Just the parking in that dark alleyway, and then he come out with that thick accent. You got the money? Yeah, I got the money. Oh man, and then
wow. Is Noriega still alive?
Oh, that's a good question.
He's in the French prison, isn't he?
No, he's hanging out with Elvis and Tupac.
And Biggie.
Oh, they execute. He died. I missed that story when he died. No?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. He said Panama. I was just wondering.
I think he's still alive.
We don't talk about those things, man.
He's 81 years old.
Okay.
He still is in Panama.
Hola, Manuel. So every year in the drug world, they have the Noriega Day sale. All narcotics half off, up to 70%. Take an additional 35% off of marijuana, crystal meth, and prescription drugs.
Oh man, Cam Newton, Big Kenny had the question of will Ed Hochul's counterparts be a little more critical on Cam?
What do you think?
Possibly.
Is that how it works?
I can see them.
He doesn't get any calls. Like, ref, he's hitting me with a bat in my knees. Hey, I don't see anything, Cam.
Remember last week?
Yeah, some players that got
Ed Hockley says hello.
When you think of some players, they got the Dennis Rodman, Artest when he was Artest. Some got John Starks, players like that. They wouldn't get calls because the referees, the kind of rapport they had, they wouldn't give him the call. Now, Shaq, they just didn't give Shaq calls. He got fouled about every other time he got the ball, but in their mind,
he can handle it.
You so big, though.
Because even in high school, when I played basketball, I couldn't get a call ever because they felt like you're 50 pounds heavier than everybody.
You have an advantage.
You don't get no calls. So I'm like,
Ref, he elbowed me in the eye, and the ref look at you like, "Come on, man. Are you really finna come over here and complain about taking an elbow in your eye?"
And refs used to talk to you like they were just part of the game. They wouldn't hold what you said against them, long as you kept walking away, and especially in football. Now in basketball, they've always had that sensitivity, but in football, there was a lot of cursing and this and that, and you just went and kept playing, and even you couldn't get calls when you were young. If I'm blocking Bruce Smith and I'm in year 1 and he's in year 10, they're never gonna give me anything. And as soon as he go over there and he'll negotiate, hey, you know, Gandy was holding me that last time. You go next play. I didn't even block him, man.
Yeah, but this was for the last. This was for the one that we didn't call.
Yeah, but we ran a reverse. I didn't even have him. How did I get the call?
Yeah,
well, that's what they're trying to tell Cam.
They curse each other out and let it slide. Like, F you, ref. F you, player. All right, now tell your mama I'll be home in a couple hours. All right, Daddy, I'll see you later. I love you, son. I love you too.
Yeah, and that's why I even picked up the flag and threw the flag at the ref.
You was just disrespectful with it. He
hit me with it. Oh my God. He called holding on me and threw the flag, hit me in the chest. I got it off my chest. And stood up and threw it right back in.
Well, in the ref's defense, he was throwing it toward that side of the field, and you're just such a large man. That where else was it gonna go besides somewhere on your body?
Hey.
He was throwing it in the parking lot.
Yeah, he called another flag for unsportsmanlike conduct. We moved on. But you had to protect yourself.
And now
that's
he
what I'm
comes
saying.
over for Thanksgiving.
Cam's going to the media to find protection. You used to just let him know that out on the field. It's like Michael Jordan when he used to go there and give him that. That meant next time, call that. Go back and watch some of his takes. When they didn't give him a call, when Scotty's shooting free throws, you would see him walk over towards the referee. That means the next time we down here, give me that call because it's that time. So it's just sometimes you earn your stripes, but going to complain like this just gets you further down. They're looking at you.
And so I fell, and this guy, he fell on top of me. He was really big and everything. He was like a defensive player or something. And then I was like, ouch, that hurt. And Hockley came over, and I was like, hey, Hockley, did you see that? This guy almost hurt me really bad. And he was like, you're not old enough to get that play. And I was like, what? It's a call. I took the hit, just make the call. And he was like, you're not old enough, and I'm going to tell it. I'm telling everybody right now.
And you said he did all of that in a clown suit.
Yeah, other quarterbacks would never sit there and because they would know this was just following you.
and then
like it is now.
Like it's following him.
If it were a room full of quarterbacks, he would have turned around like, tell them guys, and they would all been like, oh,
what you talking about,
bro? I don't know.
That never happened to me.
I didn't see nothing like that.
You don't never see Brady cursing them out? Yeah, Tom be cursing them out. He turn around and they didn't call it. He gets into them. And the next time anything similar happened, yeah,
they got it.
They got it because that's what he would do. So that's what Cam has to do. Nobody's sitting around appreciating that you Cam Newton. You out there playing like the ref cares. You have to make them.
You acting like you don't see this suit though.
Truth, you say you went out to the FedEx Jordan Spieth winning the.
Yeah, I'd like to take this opportunity to propose to
Jordan.
Spieth. Oh my God! Yeah, amazing play. He really crushed it out there.
You got the jungle fever, huh?
Well, no, I have money fever.
Oh, the green fever.
Yeah, he just won a whole lot of money.
Gangrene.
Gangrene. That's what I got. Yeah, it's jaundice.
I had the gangrene.
Yeah, it's a better.
It didn't really have much to do with golf. Though.
So I got to watch the Falcons and the FedEx Cup yesterday. We had TVs and shout out to Chick-fil-A.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, Jordan winning over at East Lake Golf Club, a place that we broadcast from about 2 years ago. He's still ranked number 1. He's won $22 million this year. He's won 4 tournaments.
This year.
Well, he won 10 and winning yesterday. You know, the Tour Championship is the biggest prize. He won $10 million.
And then he's got the President's Cup coming up.
And the soccer players on the phone right now, like, pay your taxes, man. I'm telling you.
The state of Georgia calling it. Look, hey, Playboy,
taxes.
I'm gonna need that 7%.
Have you seen our roads?
So
he's developing to quite the champion, isn't he?
At 21,
yes. Young player, a lot of money. The guy that came in second, I think, won like $2 million.
Yeah.
$2 million or something like that.
It still hasn't gotten the press that Tiger seems to bring to the game. So I mean, it's.
I'm sure those guys are like, as long as the check's cash. You know what I mean? I don't need the publicity as long as I can keep winning and cashing checks.
Yeah, I think that it's kind of gone back down.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to be some good players, but I think you have to wait on the next Tiger and not necessarily being black or mixed or something as much as it is the personality. People were interested
because when you said being black, Tiger was somewhere like, hold up now, hold up.
I am not black.
I ain't all
what
the way
did he say
black.
was Capitation?
Cablation.
Yeah, one of them words right there. So, you know, they hope that some of these young players like Rory McIlroy, but he you know,
that don't even go good in a good hate speech. We got to get rid of all the darkies. We got to get rid of all the border jumpers and the Tiger Woods now.
Tiger Woods, he hasn't won a major in what?
Yeah, I don't know. He just had a second back surgery, and it's
5-6 years, right? What was that? 2010 when that little car incident happened.
I'm saying, but he just had another back surgery, and he's talking about pretty soon I'll be back to. No, you won't. No, why don't you just clock out?
Yeah,
he'll be 40 next year, so he'll be lucky to qualify.
I would imagine just back surgery would make it more difficult to play golf, in just my opinion. I've never been a professional golfer, but I just imagine that 2 back surgeries would limit your ability to be the Tiger Woods.
Yeah, and like Sports Joc said, 2 back surgeries and your age. You know,
you're already 40 next year. The light was going down, and now you're just trying to qualify. That's why they have those statistics that tell you, only 2 people have ever won a major after the age of 40. Like,
and your competition is 21.
But in his defense, he was like, I'm going to get my stroke back. And they was like, nah, not at that age. He was like, I ain't talking about golf.
And we are in the ocean.
The truth is, he will throw your ass in the ocean. It's time to wrap things up on the Sports Joc Show with Wayne Gandy.
When you hear the sounds of the ocean, it gives the Sports Joc just a minute to vent. As I said tonight, Kansas City invading Lambeau Field, the Chiefs and the Packers. Thank you to Todd Harris for calling in Major League Baseball scout. Also, thank you, Guy Rawlings. Sorry we didn't get to invade your privacy and actually see if you were still at that girl's house. But maybe next time. I see you cut the Skype off. This week, very easy. Friday night, 2020. Ran a special, once again, trying to show the negativity of O.J. Simpson. For weeks, they advertised as though they were going to release footage that was never released before. NBC said, no, like the Dikembe Mutombo. We released this footage 15 years ago, and you are false advertising. ABC false advertising. See, Brian Williams is not the only person who tells lies. Major conglomerates do it as well. So for that, ABC.
Walk the plank.
I keep telling y'all the juice didn't do it, man. The juice didn't do it. Live with it. No OJ. No OJ. Just live with it. We got away with it. It's okay. For Big Kenny, the funny man himself, and the truth, Miss Renee Jemison, enjoy your Monday. Enjoy your week. Peace.